아, 아, 배불러. Hi guys. So dark. Good morning. Woo! 졸려. Morning, morning. 잠깐만. I had to get this. I feel like I should not show too much. This is my OTP. They say don't show it, so I got this. 안녕하세요. OTP 이거 신청했거든요 어제. 근데 이거 받으러 가는데 너무 오래 걸렸어. 인터넷 뱅킹용으로 사야 됐었는데. I don't even know how this works though. 아. 신기하다. 나 이거 처음 받아봐요. I'm not supposed to reveal the number, but I had to get that and then do other errands for bank. 까비. Also, it's snowing in Korea. 한국에서 눈 내린다고. Okay, let's do tariff. Tariff today. 나 어제 너무 피곤했어. 캐나다. 뭐야? 이거는 유튜브. 네. Is there any more tariff? 캐나다. tariff. 근데 my room is at 20 degrees and I'm overheating right now. Tariff. Let's look for some articles we can use. Nope. Then what do we have to know about this? So there's even something about China? Ooh. I think this is going to be the most useful news. Is this really the White House or is this like a fake website? 뭐야 이 웹사이트? What is this website, guys? Is this the actual White House website? Some tariff concessions from Canada and Mexico touted. 이런 걸 봐야 되나? Maybe I should look into something like this one. So it shouldn't be just about China though. Oh, maybe we should read this one too. 이렇게. The new item? Wait, what are you? Which one? Anyways, let's read just to these. Okay. 속 쓰려. Yeah, we'll just read them even if they're out of date. We'll just keep up with what happened and then what's happening recently. Shouldn't we know about everything before we can say anything? That's like reading a book. That's like starting a book in the middle. So I got this article February 3rd. So this whole thing started, I guess, this Monday? Korean time? 아니다. US time Monday. 아닌가? Is this supposed to be Monday? 잠깐만. So hot. 왜 이렇게 더워? Should I keep my windows open? So Trump pauses tariff. So he pauses it. Last time we checked, he signed it saying that he will put tariff on Canada imports and Mexico. Was the last news that we read. Long time ago, ever since he became president. So Trump on Monday agreed to pause. So on Monday, he decided to pause the implementation of planned US tariff on imports from Canada for 30 days? Why no Temu? Temu is useful, isn't it? And I've never bought anything from Temu either. It's so sus. So the announcement, it was announced in a tweet. After Trump and Mexico president said Trump would pause for 1 month planned tariffs on imports from Mexico. Both cases, the pauses came after those countries agreed to take steps towards preventing the trafficking of the deadly opioid fentanyl? What is this case? Are there fentanyl? Isn't fentanyl bad? Isn't that illegal? Huh? Well, so I guess there were fentanyls into US. So then Trump on Saturday said he would impose 25% tariffs on goods from Mexico and Canada and 10% tariffs on goods imported from China. So this was last Saturday, so 2 days ago. Saturday then imposed 25% tariff on goods from... What are controlled drugs though? Isn't opioids though those that like makes you be hallucinated? Mexico and Canada. And then Trump had also planned to impose a 10% tariff on energy resources. Why is it everything on Canada though? 캐나다는 10% on energy resources. Poor Canadian. But this isn't even like something for Canada. It's from us. Wait, 근데 you know how we talked about how like if you put tariff, like if you put a 10% tariff, it all backfires to the users, right? So does that mean if we are imposing a 10% tariff on energy sources, I'm guessing this is like EV car charger? What are energy sources from Canada? 뭐 이런 거 아닐까? Energy. I'm thinking electric related. Or I guess what was that? What was that gasoline type of gas something. Does that mean the oil and does that mean electricity and oil fee will go up? 뭐지? 근데 also why I don't know, man. I don't know his decision. It's confusing. Oh shoot, I forgot how to pronounce his name. Trudeau? Was it Trudeau? On Saturday warned that his country would implement a 25% tariff against 155 billion in US goods in retaliation for Trump's tariff. 뭐야? 그러니까 this means that US and Canada will put tariff on each other. 여기는 25%. 여기도 25%. 그러면 the people living here will be affected. Will be affected, not really US and Canada. 이거 I don't get this. When is he stepping down? 언제 가니? I guess if you were to put tariff on Canadian products, I don't understand this decision. So if you put tariff on the Canadian products, so let's say I bought this pen. There's this pen, guys. And the pen costs, well, $5. It's Canadian pen. 근데 they put a 25% tariff, right? 그러면 얼마야? How much is increased? 5에 25%가 뭐 얼마니? 계산 요새 안 돼. 1.25 6.25니? 와씨 6.25. So most likely people will not buy Canadian product. 안 산다. Not buy. 이건가? Cause it will cost $1.25 more. I don't understand his decision, guys. Anyway, so in a tweet on Monday, True. Is this how you really pronounce his name? Let me look up his pronunciation. I hate French names. They're too hard. Trudeau. Oh, Trudeau, sorry. Trudeau wrote, I just had a good call with President Trump, and then... What is fentanyl czar? 이건 뭐야? Ah. It's a political term. typically granted broad power to address a particular issue. To a point of fentanyl czar. So I guess right now the main issue is fentanyl? fentanyl 문제가 큰가? So Canada is implementing our 1.3 billion border plan, reinforcing the border with new choppers, technology, and personnel, enhancing coordination with our American partners, and increased resources to stop the flow of fentanyls. Nearly 10,000 frontline personnel are and will be working on protecting the border. 근데 I thought fentanyl is prescribed for medical controlled drugs? 이거 컨트롤인데 왜 난리지? Proposed tariffs will be paused for at least 30 days while we work together. I guess this is what he said. I just had a good call with Trump. Canada is implementing our 1.3 billion border plan, reinforcing the border with new choppers, technology, and personnel. Enhancing coordination with our American partners and increasing resources to stop the flow of fentanyls. So I guess fentanyl is not only in US but also moving towards Canada? Seems like Trudeau isn't really loved in Canada that much either. 아유 불쌍해라. So Canada had detailed that border plan on an official webpage on December. So Trump wrote, Canada has agreed to ensure we have a secure northern border and to finally end the deadly scourge of drugs like fentanyl that have been pouring into our country, killing hundreds of Americans while destroying their families and communities all across our country. How severe is fentanyl? I guess all of a sudden we have to know about fentanyl? I'm very pleased with this initial outcome, and the tariffs announced on Saturday will be paused for a 30-day period to see whether or not a final economic deal with Canada can be struck. Was this kind of like a plan to show power in North America? Earlier Monday, Trump paused tariffs on Mexico imports after that country's president, Claudia Sheinbaum. Is this how you pronounce her last name? Oh, Mexico president is the first woman. The first woman to hold the office. 와, 멋있다. Well, how do you pronounce her last name? Do I have to say it in Spanish?
You are looking at Let's Learn How to Pronounce the Nation who has just been elected to attend it. Her name locally in Mexican in Mexico in Spanish is pronounced as Claudia. So it's not Claudia. Claudia, you separate out the sounds of the A and the U. So that's Au, Claudia Sheinbaum.
Oh, it is exactly what I thought it would be. Said she would immediately send 10,000 soldiers to her northern border to stem fentanyl shipments into the US. Wow, 10,000 soldiers? The vast majority of fentanyl seized at US borders come from Mexico. And then in 2024, more than 21,100 pounds of fentanyl was seized by US authorities on the border with Mexico. 21,000 pounds. How much is 21,000 pounds? Hi, Leia. Compared to only about 43 pounds seized at the Canadian border. I guess today we have to learn about fentanyl to understand this. Why? Because it seems that tariff was paused because of the fentanyl. Right? 하나씩 보자. Well, let's watch the video last. And then, is there more about Canada and Mexico before? 이거부터 봐야 되겠구나. So some tariff concessions from Canada and Mexico touted by Trump lack substance. Analysts, including conservative commentators, noted that some policies promised by America's neighbor is avoid trade duties were already in the works. Claudia Sheinbaum. Oh, first woman president. 몰랐네. Oh, what the heck? Why is it scrolling up? So President Trump and his supporters have heralded his use of tariff threats to extract. Yeah, I think he's threatening. I think threat is a good word on this tariff. To extract concessions on drug trafficking and border securities from Canada and Mexico. So nothing is actually coming from Canada. But he did put a pause on it. $800 people died from drug overdose in San Francisco? Really? 근데 so hello Spark. So the pause was due to fentanyl. Anyone tried fentanyl? Opioid fentanyl. Is it? Oh, we'll learn about fentanyl later. 벌써 I don't want to get ahead of the game, but I want to. We don't do drugs. We are not Cali or Detroit. Detroit do drugs? Hey, not everyone in Cali does drugs. Pause was due to overflow. 그러니까 펜티놀이 조금 심각한 것 같은데? 펜티놀 때문에 멕시코랑 캐나다의 관세가 멈췄다. 이번 주 월요일 날. 그리고 중국은 아직 다른 얘기인 것 같고, 중국까지는 아직 심지어 못 갔어 우리가. 이런 거 한 번씩 정리를 해줘야 저희가 이렇게 캐치업을 할 수가 있거든. Drug trafficking. Due to drug trafficking of fentanyl이라고 정확히 표현해야 되겠다. And I guess Canada is just helping out. So President some of the measures agreed to by America's two largest trading partners. And close allies are less substantial than what has been trumpeted. Trump announced the 25% tariffs on the two countries Saturday, with the expectation that would take effect Tuesday. Sorry. Can I not? 안 되나? Why is it keep going up? 강화판 모르핀이 뭐야? 펜티놀 때문에 관세 매겼다가 세게 나오니까 한 달 그런 거 같기도 하다. There's drugs in Canada? 근데 나는 이해가 안 가는 게 관세를 결국 매기면은 유저가 문제가 그러니까 시민들이 문제가 되잖아요. 근데 이게 내가 모르핀도 안 해보고 헤로인도 안 해봤잖아. 그러니까 이게 무슨 상상을 해야 되는지 모르겠어. 그렇지 않아요? 아, 사진 보면 심각하다고? 알겠어, 한번 볼게요. Trump announced the 20. Okay, we got the 25% that was supposed to take effect Tuesday, so Saturday to Tuesday. And then by Monday, he had agreed with Mexico to deploy 10,000. So instead of tariff, they agreed on 10,000 soldiers, guard officials, officers to the U.S. border. And then she said that she had agreed to establish a bilateral working group with Trump administration that would tackle security, migration, and trade. 근데 if it's coming from Mexico, shouldn't they do something in Mexico to stop the production? Or is fentanyl supposed to be safe that they shouldn't stop the production? Or is it like something that makes a lot of money? 진통제 같은 건가? 내가 맞아본 적이 있어야지. 근데 제가 무통주사로 신기하다. The same day, Justin Trudeau said he agreed to beef up border and drug enforcement, as well as appoint a new fentanyl czar, and designate cartels as terrorist organizations. Cartel. I remember cartel. You don't get how they should earn money. We live in a sick world where money is most important. 근데 뭐, what can I say? I think money is important. Money doesn't buy happiness, but it reinforces happiness. 진통제 같은 거구나. So in return, Trump promised to suspend the tariffs on both countries for 30 days. 그러니까 힘을 쓰는 거네. 그냥. 근데 I still don't get how tariff affects Canada and Mexico. That question still isn't answered. 그러니까 관세를 붙이면 결국에 시민들이 문제잖아. 시민들이 고생하는 건데 캐나다랑 멕시코는 왜 미국이 자기네 나라 제품들을 관세를 붙였다고 이렇게 쩔쩔매는 느낌이 들지 않아요? 근데? 나만 그래? As president, it is my responsibility to ensure the safety of all Americans, and I am doing just that. I'm very pleased with this initial outcome. And then, according to the Associated Press, the White House sent out an email that saw 68 Republican lawmakers praising the confrontation. For Mexico, it was not clear whether the 10,000 troops represented a fresh call-up. Reported that it appeared the soldiers were merely being shifted from other parts of the country. 일단 진짜 보내긴 했네. They really sent the 10,000 troops to the border. While Trump has praised Shane Baum on social media, if he decides he is not seeing results from an additional troop deployment, get ready for a trade war. 와, 미쳤다. 근데 the crossing of the southern border had already begun to plummet in the final months of Biden administration, reaching fewer than 100,000 per month for the first time since at least 2022. Interdictions of fentanyl have also fallen sharply in recent months. although deaths attributed to fentanyl overdose declined for the first time in 5 years in 2023, they still totaled more than 100,000 that year, the most recent for which data from the center. Okay. So they're still at 100,000? 그러면 관세를 붙이는 게 결국에는 펜티널이라 이런 것 때문에 관세를 붙이는 건가? 그냥 펜티널 불법으로 들어올 때는 미국과 붙어있는 위아래 나라밖에 없다 이 논리. 그게 펜티널 또 어디서 만들? 중국에서도 올 수 있나? 그럼 원래 관세 붙이려고 했던 것도 결국에는 펜티널 때문에 관세를 붙이는 거예요? 표면적으로? 관세를 붙인 이유를 아직까지 모르겠어. Still don't know why he stated the fact that he wanted to put tariff on Mexico and Canadian products. Trump is looking for headlines. Or maybe that just answered it. 방금 답해준 것 같은데. And is unlikely to be persuaded by data showing reductions in migrant and drug flows that were already trending down before he took office. You're mistaken if you think there is a metric of success for Trump. He's not reading spreadsheets or DEA reports. He's looking for headlines and social media retweets. Oh, so strong. Yeah, I think US is a freedom of speech country, guys. Can you believe he said this? The Trump administration has faced a blitz of calls from US manufacturers that rely on Mexico imports. Especially automakers, 맞아. But then the Trump National says that they put a tariff on, issued an assurance that the negotiation with Mexico and Canada were about drug war, not about trade war. 맞네. 관세 붙인 게 그러니까 트레이드 워 때문이 아니라 그것 때문이네. So reason for putting tariff as stated was because of drugs, not other issues. Canadian fentanyl SAR seems like it'd be a pretty chill job with only 20 kilometers coming across. It's not kilogram? How much is 20 kilogram though? 20 kilogram? Only 20 kilogram? 근데 그거 다 잡는 것도 귀찮긴 하겠다. Sorry. Sorry. 20 kilogram is nothing of fentanyl per year? That's true. 44 pounds? 와. 그러네. Per year too, right? 그러니까 명분은 확실히 멕시코랑 캐나다 관세 붙이는 거는 마약 때문이다라고 하는데 deep down 뭔가 힘 싸움에 이기려고 하는 것도 있는 것 같아요. 멕시코랑 캐나다가 내 손 안에 있다라는 이 힘을 보여주려고 하는 것 같기도 해. 그러니까 캐나다 같은 경우 또 겁먹어가지고 그렇게까지 마약이 많이 안 들어오는데도 20kg가 온대잖아. 20kg가 1년에 20kg 온대. 그러니까 If Mexico doesn't help cut down on the drug trafficking, then Trump would put tariffs on them? 근데 aren't they illegally doing drugs trafficking? I'm confused. 봐봐. Isn't drugs coming from Mexico to drugs가 멕시코가 is you have US here. US가 있잖아. Oh, sorry, I forgot Florida. I keep forgetting Florida. 여기 멕시코 있잖아. This is Mexico. 멕시코고 여기 US인데 when they are coming in with drugs, isn't it illegal? 불법으로 애초에 들어오는데. So I don't understand. It's already illegal. So putting tariff on it would be those that are used for more medical issues, right? Medical use drugs에만 putting tariff, right? 그러면 you know what that means? You know what that means, guys? That means hospital fee increases. So, right? And that also means not that many people will be able to get no? 근데 you know what was said before. 그치? 근데 not just drugs, but right now we are talking about just drugs right now. US wants Mexico to have measures on their side to stop it. 그치, we have to blame Mexico for illegally sending it. Wait, do we blame Mexico? drugs는 참. That's true. I heard about the presidential candidate was died. Just blaming drugs. 그치. But just at least from what he is stating, we don't know what his deep mind, deep secret is. We can make assumptions and predictions, but let's at least to stay with what was being said of what he 근데 even 그 말이 안 돼. But no matter what he is stating, putting tariffs on, or his main reason was to put tariffs on the drugs. 결국에는 in the end it has effect towards citizens. 성인 치사량이 Guys, 20 kilogram is a lot per year though. They say 2 milligram is maximum. Human. So 20 kilogram is a lot, guys. 진짜. 전문가들은 저러다 오히려 미국 경제가 고립이 될 거라 하더라고. 근데 고립되면 어떻게 되지? 근데 진짜 뭔가 많긴 하다. They're stating that cartel are behind the illegal drugs. 그러니까 근데 cartel is actually a big problem. 근데 but still I think it was okay for Mexico, Canada to be also aware of it. 근데 멕시코에선 진짜 문제다. The border security call 100 from Canada. Where are you getting this 20 kilogram though? Are you just making up numbers? 뭐 whether it's 20 or 10, 100,000, I guess it is still a lot, right? 신기하다. 근데 진짜 마약 좋아하는 거는 좀 무서운 것 같긴 해. 아, 멕시코나 캐나다? 캐나다는 20 number 어디 있었어? Did I miss 20 number? 20 kilogram from Canada? 근데 한국에서는 펜타날이 안 들어왔죠. 막 마약용으로. 근데 한국도 진짜 막 저 아는 오빠들도 마약 하는 오빠들 있었어요. 보면 어디서 가지고 왔는지도 몰라. 근데 그거를 어디선가 와가지고 피러 갔다라는 저희 전 남자친구가 기억이 나네요. 무슨 서머스쿨 하러 갔는데 거기서 아는 형이 뭐 마약 운반했다고, 그래서 마리화나 폈다고. 그래서 내가 그랬냐 이랬지. 맞아. 산모 자연분만 직후 통증 줄일 때. 나 맞을 수도 있겠네. Guys, actually, I might have a chance to get fentanyl in my body if I'm doing birth. 근데 들은 것 같긴 해. I think I've heard that when you're giving birth, you're using fentanyl. 어디냐? We only read like a bit of it. This whole thing is strange. Whoa, 1 kilogram of fentanyl has the potential to kill 500,000 people, guys. 야, 1kg가 550만 명을 죽일 수 있대. 와. 야, 뭐 20kg이든 1kg이 이렇게 사람 많이 죽이니까 난리 칠만하다. It's not as if we don't have issues. There are illicit flows. But comparing between the two borders is an exercise in futility. 아, 그런데 이 정도면은 Canada should also have some type of banning. Oh shoot! My stomach hurt. That she didn't know was mixed in. Oh, mixed in where? Drinks? 야, 근데 20. 야, 씨. 와, 1 kilogram. 야, 1 kilogram이면은 미쳤다. That's crazy. So it's not as if we don't have issues. We just read that, sorry. The illegal surge of deadly drugs and of human beings that we have seen trafficked over the southern border and northern border. President is making it very clear to both Canada and Mexico that the United States is no longer going to be dumping ground for illegal drugs, deadly drugs, and illegal human beings. What is illegal? Illegal human being. 뭔 소린가 했네. 이거 illegal immigrants 말하는 거구나. What is illegal human being? Has also cited drug flows as a reason to impose another 10%. China도 drug가 온다. Is this also true? China also has drugs? 얘는 조금, I think this one we can be a little sus. Isn't it like death penalty if there is drugs in China? Despite that country posing a host of other security threats to the US. On Tuesday, China announced a set of retaliatory measures on U.S. goods of interest, including levies. Levies가 뭐야? Of up to 15% and an antitrust probe on Google. levies가 뭐야? Impose a tax. Levies of up to 15% to US goods. 그러니까 너만 관세 낼 수 있냐? 나도 관세 낼 수 있다. 이거 하고 있네. So China is doing. Now I can also put tariff on your products too. 그러니까 결국에 서로 이렇게 싸우면은 the person who's in between are like people living there, guys. So not that many people will buy Temu. Though for now, analysts have noted many of these measures appear to be largely symbolic, citing the marginal level of the specific US goods so far singled out by the Chinese levies. Levies? 이나추, thank you for the tier 1 sub. Thank you. 감사합니다. Trump tariff to make USA go old school. I'm 80% wrong, but sounds like we might go back to gold standard. Huh? 진짜? So Trump has signaled that his approach to negotiation is to keep friends and foes alike off balance. While market became used to dismissing his threats during his first administration, this time may be different. The outlook feels more uncertain, and even with the tariff delay, we think the risks have tilted towards higher tariffs than we had previously assumed. The challenge is that creating uncertainty is likely part of President Trump's strategy. What is creating uncertainty? He knows I'm effing crazy. I wouldn't have to because Xi Jinping respects me and he knows I'm effing crazy. 뭐라는 거야? Mr. Trump's weekend tariff broadside against a pair of neighbors has opened a new era of economic policy uncertainty that won't calm down until the president. 그러니까 나 같은 생각을 갖는 그런 마인드네. 도대체 이거를 하는 이유가 뭐지? 이게 맞나? 이 의심을 갖게 만드는 게 럼프 형의 마인드셋이었네. Opioids is mixed in with normal medicine you use? That's what I heard. Like when you're giving birth, they use opioid or fentanyl. 워낙 미량으로도 효과가 나오다 보니 저런 식으로 섞어서 당하는 경우도 많다고? 와, 9월 이후 미국 세관 국경 순찰대가 압수한 펜티날은 2040kg. 와, 98%가 남미에서 왔대. 와, 미쳤다 근데. 뉴스 영상 중에 미국에서 경찰이 단속 중에 차 트렁크 열었다가 바로 몸 굳으면서 쓰러진 것도 안 해. 트렁크 열자마자 그 가루를 이렇게 흡수해가지고 쓰러지신 거예요? Guys, fentanyl is so deadly. 미쳤다. Seems like there was an article where a police officer opened up the trunk and then body froze and fainted because of the fentanyl. Because of fentanyl. Opioids is not just the fentanyl이구나. There's multiple opioids, and fentanyl is one of the opioids. How do you know this much? Why do you know so much? You're sus? I sus you? Very sus? 중국에서도 근데 펜티놀을 만들긴 하겠네. 의학적으로 쓰는 용이니까 마약이라고 하지 말고 의학적으로 사용했다라고 중국에서 만들고 그거를 이제 미국이나 이런 나라에 이렇게 불법으로 보내는 거일 수도 있겠네. Mostly the problematic fentanyl is showing up in fake prescription drugs, not in legitimate. 그치. 야야야야야. But aren't they claiming that the fake prescription drugs are really high? And I'm just getting a phone call. 잠깐만. Just one moment. They wanted me to do some survey, guys. 아, 오피오이드가 캐터고리고 그 외에 이렇게 있구나. I've been around stuff when I was younger. 아. 신기하다. It's so interesting. 맞아. But isn't that 100,000 that's coming from Mexico all the fake prescription drugs that we should be worried about? Or no? They're listening to me? Please don't give me fentanyl. 캐테고리에 들어가는 게 모르핀, 코데인, 헤로인, 펜티놀. 그러니까. 근데 출산할 때 펜티놀을 쓴다고? Wait, if I'm giving birth, they use fentanyl? 나 찾아봐야 되겠다. Cause 무통 주사 펜타닐 쓰네. fentanyl. 출산. Guys, I will get my first fentanyl 도끼도끼. 여러분 제가 5월에 맞고 후기 알려드릴게요. Yeah, it's not a bad thing, right? We know that it's not bad, but yeah. 그러니까. 아 잠깐, I wanna go get some water. I forgot to bring water, and then I will come back. 잠깐만요. 화장실만 갔다 올게요. 화장실에 물 좀 가지고 올게. 믿을만한. 나 뭐라고 여러분? Who am I? Stock goddess. Stock queen. What did I say? Stock queen, right? Stock queen. I think I consider myself thick. Yeah, I always pick up prostitutes. What? I like to pick up prostitutes. 몸 파는 여자들. 픽업. GTA. GTA. Talking about GTA? But they make a joke. I have no idea what you were talking about. Why all of a sudden prostitute? She looked worried for a bit. She's like, am I streaming with the right girl? Chat, I think she's trying to kill me, guys.
와, 장난 아니었다. 간다. 야.
New record! Please put on your blinkers, honey. That did not go well. Oh shit. Oh my gosh. 아니 왜냐면 she didn't put blinkers and no one keeps. Is this where I killed like 5 people? Fake versions of opioid? Fake versions? 대박. The fake prescription drugs are being. No, why do they buy the fake prescriptions though? Those are, they're using it for pleasure, not for What's the difference between fake prescriptions and fake drugs, fake opioids, and real opioids? What's the difference? 가짜랑 찐이랑 차이가 있나? I feel like the difference wouldn't be too big, right? I don't know. So Canada, Mexico. So this is what we need to know about Trump's tariff. President Trump on Saturday signed executive orders imposing sweeping tariffs on the country's three largest trading partners. So trade wars were a feature of Trump's first term in the White House too, but his latest tariffs on Canada, Mexico, and China, which are set to take effect at 12:01 a.m. Tuesday. 이거는 좀 옛날 뉴스인가 보다. Making them in, but then fake ones don't make you feel as well. You have to really observe the labeling and packaging plastic. With all the new tech, it's harder. Harder for what? Harder to identify the difference? Trade wars were a feature of Trump's So what do we have to know? How sweeping are the tariff? All goods imported from Canada and Mexico will be subject to a 25% tariffs, except Canadian energy products, which will be only facing 10% tariff. South Korea needs Trump to lower their internet costs. Twitch Korea doesn't need to reopen, I think. I think you can still stream in Korea. They made a huge deal, but there's nothing that's big different that I know of. Right? Everyone is just streaming in Twitch in Korea without even having to, do anything about it. And then the orders also place a 10% tariffs on Chinese goods. Hey, that's how you get money, Flame. That's all business. 근데 it was actually Twitch's fault too for not being very clear on it either. Who got, like, if I'm American streaming in Korea, what were they going to do to me, right? Like, they weren't being clear, I think, was causing that all tiers. So I understand the tier part, but I wish they would have spread out. You thought it was clear? To me, it wasn't that clear. Like, because it might have mean I would have had to use VPN, or the internet process would be shitty, so I would be lagging a lot. Or, like, does that mean we could still stream and not get caught or still earn money by using third party? They never answered us that question. We even asked Twitch Korea about that, so I think that was like a big part of why people were upset, because yeah, I think a lot of things were definitely because also doing it the LLC way was also kind of like sus, but that was the only way of doing it. To be honest, if I were Korean and Twitch situation happened, I wouldn't create an LLC in US. Like, switching my account to Twitch USA, I don't know, has a big Big difference. The only thing I think ended up they were losing was the partnership, which wasn't like a huge deal for me. Because Twitch USA doesn't really do anything for me anyways. Yeah. But honestly, creating LLC is also... 모르겠어. Like, does partner really matter a lot to Twitch? To be honest, it's not that important. It's not that good, I think. Anyways, continuing. The and electric equipment sectors in Mexico are most exposed to disruption from sweeping tariffs. 그래, 그러니까 consumers expect the company may try to pass the cost on to their customers by raising price. 그러니까 isn't this the biggest issue happening? This is like the main. Isn't this what we should worry, guys? Not drug part? Others may opt to eat the cost of the tariffs. Companies may also try to force foreign suppliers to bear the burden by negotiating lower price for their products. 아, 이런 것도 문제가 있구나. Forcing foreign suppliers. Because some companies, if they are like named companies like Amazon, you know, like the big 뭐더라? 미국 거는 뭐더라? 좀 big companies, they might be like, hey, you know what? If you don't lower the cost, I will partner with other country. Cause now that I think about it, they can go to like Southeast Asian countries. Southeast. Or 어디로 가야 되냐? Where do you think they'll have to go? Which? And since it's just Mexico, maybe they can do partnership with like Brazil. Brazil. Or you know, other countries that have cheap labor fee. 이거를 못 생각했네. So I guess in that sense, it sucks for not just the consumers, but also the companies, the manufacturing companies that were making products, supplies for US. That's actually important. 잠깐만. I'll read yours later. Oh, my stomach hurts. Hello. Some before this already started expanding into other places like Vietnam or India. India 그러네. India or Vietnam. Indiana, Vietnam. Vietnam is really popular. Also in Korea. Their 개발자 fee. Their what is 개발자, guys? 개발자. Programmers fee in Vietnam is much cheaper, so I know a lot of CEOs like to make people make connections there. Yeah. 그러니까 maybe it was right for the other countries. Maybe it was okay to do the tariff, not just put cost on the customer, especially if it's a manufacturing company. 그러네. So when Mr. Trump imposed tariffs on China during his first term, economic studies found that most of those costs were passed on to American consumers. At the time, which means it was higher prices in grocery, car dealership, and at the pump. Roughly 60% of the oil that the US imports comes from Canada. 오일은 60%구나. That's why maybe they just did 10% of energy resources. Tariffs on Canadian energy, though lower than for other imports, could prompt an uptick in prices at the pump, especially in the Midwest. That's us, guys. But I think US will try to not use American oil because they want to use up everyone else's before they use up theirs. Not all oil. So maybe their 60% oil isn't just car oil. There's also concern about inflationary pressures across the border. Analysts said that if Mr. Trump proceeds with across-the-border tariffs, it would both raise prices in the US and slow economic growth. So how long might it take for prices to raise? Probably soon. Consumers could see a swift uptick in prices for non-durable goods, including groceries. 멕시코는 grocery가 많겠네. Like avocados, you guys, we can't have our Chipotle. That's so sad. 치폴레에서 못 먹겠네. My Chipotle. I can't have my guacamole. We don't need Mexico for that. But they say it's from Mexico. Most of the avocados. You don't get guac? I don't get guac either. Prices for cucumbers, tomatoes might spike. It could take longer for prices to raise for durable goods like cars, thanks to existing inventories. 뭐 다 비싸겠지. It could take a little while, but if these tariffs are there to stay, then these price increases are going to come eventually. How quickly firms are willing and able to raise their prices remains to be seen. While some price increases may represent a legitimate response to raising costs for businesses, there is also the risk of opportunistic prices, meaning companies may use tariff as an excuse to raise prices even more than necessary. These are called opportunistic pricing. 미친놈들이네. Opportunistic pricing. He said is an unavoidable result of the tariffs. So Mr. Trump said he would impose tariffs on Canada and Mexico because the neighboring countries were allowing mass numbers of people to come in and fentanyl to come in. Yeah, his main reason for tariff was fentanyl. For tariff. As stated, was drugs. Too much fentanyl. 근데 then how many people? Okay, now let's make theory. But in theory, theory, what do you think is the reason for tariff? In theory. This is just theory. You guys can make up shit. 나는 표면적으로는 관세 붙이는 이유는 마약이 많이 들어와서다. 아, 뭐 맞는 얘기일 수도 있고 본인이 생각했을 때 그게 맞을 수도 있고. 그런데 검은 속은 모른다. 그 사람의 속은 모른다. 뭐가 있을까? 나 모르겠어. Is it just to create uncertainty as being said the whole time? Create uncertainty. Certainty. Show power? And get the votes? So type of tactic? Replace syrup with honey? Is syrup more healthier than honey? I thought honey was pretty healthy too, no? His argument since inauguration day that punishments are necessary to halt the flow of migrants and drugs into the United States. Look at punishments. How is tariff a punishment? You got it the other way around. Replace syrup with honey. Ah! Ah? Oh, Wisconsin makes maple syrup. I think I heard that too. Wait, I thought syrup was natural too. Oh, don't make me look up those. Wait, I thought... Isn't maple syrup comes from tree? So isn't that also healthy? Wait, I don't even know what I said. What did I say, guys? Really? Maple syrup is still processed like honey. Unlike honey. Honey is natural. So they add in extra sugar inside maple syrup to make it more... 그래, who likes to eat maple syrup, guys? You Canadians. Anyone living in Canada? Sorry. So Mr. Trump issued the executive orders under a law called International Emergency Economic Powers Act, expanding the scope of a national emergency that he declared on his first day in office with respect to an influx of illegal aliens and illicit drugs. Canada and Mexico have already signaled possible retaliation. The Canadian government has made plans to target orange juice from Florida. 야, 근데 살짝 a little bit Canadian government. 이거 너무 귀엽다. This is so cute. Hey, we will not buy orange juice from Florida. 이런 거 하잖아. That's what they did. Is that so cute? 왜 이렇게 귀엽냐 이게? Like the fact that this is in New York Times and the fact that Canadian government actually said this, I don't know. I shouldn't laugh about it because he was probably very serious. But I mean I feel like there were more like professional ways of like talking about this, but the Canadian government has made plans to target orange juice from Florida, whiskey from Tennessee, and peanut butter from Kentucky. 이거 개웃기다. 이 아저씨 어떡하냐. He seemed like a really good dude, right? But I want to see his actual words of what he said. 그러니까 I feel like Canada has their own whiskey though, no? 아, 하필 이렇게 세 개 골랐냐? Why did he pick these three? But he ran the office for like 10 years, so he might be, you know, like, I don't know. Orange juice imports was high to Canada? Oh, makes sense. A lot of Canadians don't like him outside the big cities. That's what it seems like. Good luck growing your own orange juice. Longevity? But it also... Can't you also argue though that like... really? His speech about the tariff? Should we watch his speech? I don't I just don't like how they just got these three. It just... 이건가 보다. This must be his speech. Okay, let's watch this then. 이거 읽고. 이게 너무 귀여워. 그냥 it's just really cute, guys. Orange juice from Florida, whiskey from Tennessee. 그러니까 this is where I know I don't like talking about MBTI, but this is where the T comes in and J comes in. 뭐냐? T and F구나. 미안해. This is where T comes in and F comes in. 그러니까 if you ever took your MBTI test and you got a T, 맞아요. 그런데 이게 되게 그거 너무 웃기지 않아? 그러니까 그런 거야. 우리는 미국이 우리한테 관세를 때렸으니 우리도 김치 미국으로 안 보낼 겁니다. 이런 느낌이야. 되게 김치랑 김을 안 보내겠습니다. 뭐 이런 거지. It's like Korean version of, you know, if they were to put tariff on Korea, it's like the Korean president saying, "Hey, we will argue saying I will put tariff, especially I will not buy we will not give you kimchi and seaweed." 뭐 이런 느낌? 그냥 그런 느낌이긴 했어. 그냥 되게 힘이 없다기보다 이게 확실히 정치를 하려면 진짜 미친놈이어야 되는 것 같아. 그러니까 너무 감정적으로 다가가면은 정치가 안 되는 것 같아, 확실히. That's kind of what it felt to me. I mean, he may be very charismatic. I don't really know Mr. Trudeau, but that's 너무 귀여웠어. We will target the kimchi from Korea. 김치랑 김이랑 미국으로 안 팔겠습니다. 뭐 이런 느낌? Like, I will not sell our kimchi and seaweed and kimbap and Korean idols. 뭐 이런 살짝. Trade is like marriage. 아니야, sometimes you gotta argue in marriage. I disagree with that. Anyways, we gotta finish reading this. So if the US moves ahead, Canada's ready with a forceful and immediate response. I think it's kind of what I want to talk about with TNF. If you're a very like emotional person, something like this works out. 진짜 되게 막 charismatic, 뭐 you know like 우리 나라를 위해 for our country 뭐 이런 건데 조금 내가 봤었을 때는 it's like kind of cute. 사실 귀엽다. 발전소용 고압 변압기 안 팔겠다고 하면 난리. 그럴 수도 있겠다. 그래서 미국밴 무역 연합이 필요하다 이런 말이 나오는 거라고. 그럴 수도 있겠다. I can see, but so to be honest, I feel like if they wanted to go against US, then Mexico and Canada and 어디 China should just partner up and leave USA out. 근데 the problem with that is that each country is also very 뭐라 해야 돼? Like strong-minded. 뭐 I don't know about Canada. 그래서 I don't think they can do like a collaboration. 이렇게 절대 힘을 못 합칠 것 같지 않아요? 상상이 안 돼. 이 세 나라까지. 유럽까지도 붙였다고? 유럽은 못 읽었네. So Mr. Trump's executive orders, however, aims to restrict the affected government's ability to fight back. The United States might ramp up its tariff if the country retaliates by imposing their own import duties or take other measures. So what has US been doing? Did not appear to be in a big rush to bring in shipments from Mexico and Canada, though there were signs of an uptick. Data released in the weeks before Mr. Trump's executive orders on Saturday showed modestly higher freight volumes on roads and rails. Transportation experts said that for rails and trucking companies, the situation differed from 2021 and 2022 when a deluge. What is deluge, guys? Deluge? 대홍수? Like a lot of imports overwhelmed supply chain, causing shipping costs to skyrocket and helping fuel a rapid acceleration of inflation. Can still trade it to Puerto Rico and then Puerto Rico to US. Always a loop. I think there's always other options than Mexico and Canada and the US. China? 그치? So this was the speech that he gave out about the drinks, right? 이게 그거지? Canada strikes back with retaliatory tariffs on American goods hours after Trump's executive action, and this was 3 days ago.
Tonight, I am announcing Canada will be responding to the U.S. trade action with 25% tariffs against $155 billion worth of American goods. This will include immediate tariffs on $30 billion worth of goods as of Tuesday, followed by further tariffs on $125 billion worth of American products in 21 days' time to allow Canadian companies and supply chains to seek to find alternatives. Like the American tariffs, our response will also be far-reaching and include everyday items such as American beer, wine, and bourbon, fruits and fruit juices, including orange juice, along with vegetables, perfume, clothing, and shoes.
진짜 많이 import한다. Lots of them are imported.
Like household appliances, furniture, and sports equipment, and materials like lumber and plastics, along with much, much more.
근데 I can see why some people hate him and some people like him. 되게 What is this? We've got North American trade war before GTA 6는 뭐야 이거? That was not the full speech. 아 그래? What was the full speech? Where's the full speech? 뭐냐? Full speech. Is it this one? Noni? Well, that guy looks different. Oh, I was wanting to hear. 이건가 보다.
Good evening.
Is this full
Today-
speech? This news is a bit old now, so we won't spoil what happened. It's like 32 minutes. Maybe this is it.
The United States
You guys have
informed us
32 minutes,
it will be
right? We'll watch this.
Imposing 25% tariffs on Canadian exports to the United States and 10% on Canadian energy.
Yeah, I heard it's
A
old.
decision that, should they elect to proceed with, should take effect on Tuesday, February 4th. Cette décision met en péril une relation économique
Ouh!
historique.
어머, 이거 봐,
Une relation
섹시하다.
qui a été la source de tellement de richesse, de
Wait, is this
prospérité et
32
de
minutes because he
possibilités
speaks
des deux côtés
two
de la
different
frontière.
languages?
Tonight, first,
Is there just him speaking in English? 아, 진짜 이거 32분인가 봐. 이거야?
tonight, I am announcing Canada
5
will be
minutes? 미치겠네. 어느 게 5 minutes일까? 요건가? 아, no, that's not it. This? 요건가?
They will be imposing
아, 오케이.
be responding to the U.S. trade action with 25% tariffs against $155 billion worth of American goods. This will include immediate tariffs on $30 billion worth of goods as of Tuesday, followed by
근데
further
진짜
tariffs
잘생겼다.
on
He's really good looking
$125
guy.
billion worth of American products in
Ah, really?
21 days'
Okay.
time to allow Canadian companies and supply chains to seek to find alternatives. Our response will also be far-reaching and include everyday items such as American beer, wine, and bourbon, fruits and fruit juices, including orange juice, along with vegetables, perfume, clothing, and shoes. It'll include major consumer products like household appliances, furniture, and sports equipment, and materials like lumber and plastics, along with much, much more. And as part of our response, we are considering, with the provinces and territories, several non-tariff measures, including some relating to critical minerals, energy, procurement, and other partnerships. We will stand strong for Canada. We will stand strong to ensure our countries continue to be the best neighbors in the world. I want to speak directly to Americans,
Ooh.
our closest friends and neighbors. This is a choice that, yes, will harm Canadians, but beyond that, it will have real consequences for you, the American people.
오, 얘
As I have
잘하네.
consistently said, tariffs against Canada will put your jobs at risk, potentially shutting down American auto assembly plants and other manufacturing facilities. They will raise costs for you, including food at the grocery stores and gas at the pump. They will impede your access to an affordable supply of vital goods crucial for U.S. security, such as nickel, potash, uranium, steel, and aluminum. They will violate the free trade agreement that the President and I, along with our Mexican partner, negotiated and signed a few years ago. Together, we've built the most successful economic, military, and security partnership the world has ever seen. A relationship that has been the envy of the world. Yes, we've had our differences in the past, but we've always found a way to get past them. As I've said before, if President Trump wants to usher in a new golden age for the United States, the better path is to partner with Canada, not to punish us.
이거야? Wait, where's my orange juice? 아니, orange juice는 어딨어? I want to hear the orange juice. Hey, say nice things, bro. 안돼. Be nice. Ah, the orange juice wasn't on this one? This was also incomplete?
Good evening. Today,
my god, how many times are we
informed
hearing
us
to
they will
be...
imposing 25% tariffs on Canadian exports to the United States and 10% on Canadian energy.
Let's just skip the French part then.
Decision that, should they elect to proceed with, should take effect on Tuesday, February 4th. Cette décision qui friends and neighbors. I want to speak directly to Americans, our closest friends and neighbors. This is a choice that, yes, will harm Canadians, but beyond that, it will have real consequences for you, the American people. As I have consistently said, tariffs against Canada will put your jobs at risk, potentially shutting down American auto assembly plants and other manufacturing facilities. They will raise costs for you, including food at the grocery stores and gas at the pump. They will impede your access to an
We could just
affordable
listen.
supply
I don't know
of
French,
vital
though.
goods crucial for U.S. security, such as nickel, potash, uranium, steel, and aluminum. They will violate the free trade agreement that the President and I, along with our Mexican partner, negotiated and signed a few years ago. But it doesn't have to be this way. As President John F. Kennedy said many years ago,
I need to hear the orange juice.
geography has made us neighbors, history has made us friends,
안돼.
economics has made us.
He is really like opposite of Trump네. He really goes more for people's emotion. 얘 혹시 그쪽인가? 잠깐만. I can see why some people don't like him and some people really like him.
Partners, and necessity has made us allies. That rang true for many decades prior to President Kennedy's time in office and in the decades since. From the beaches of Normandy to the mountains of the Korean Peninsula,
Oh,
from the fields of Flanders to
Korea.
the streets of Kandahar, we have fought and died alongside you. During your darkest hours, during the Iranian hostage crisis, those 444 days we worked around the clock from our embassy to get your innocent compatriots home. During the summer of 2005, when Hurricane Katrina ravaged your great city of New Orleans, or mere weeks ago, when we sent water bombers to tackle the wildfires in California. During the day the world stood still, September 11th, 2001, when we provided refuge to stranded passengers and planes, we were always there, standing with you, grieving with you, the American people. Together, we've built the most successful economic, military, and security partnership the world has ever seen. A relationship that has been the envy of the world. Yes, we've had our differences in the past, but we've always found a way to get past them.
well, he doesn't speak French after that.
As I've said before, if President Trump wants to usher in a new golden age for the United States, the better path is to partner with Canada, not to punish us. Canada has critical minerals, reliable and affordable energy, stable democratic institutions.
그러니까 I can kind of see like why some people will not like him because US just dissed Canada saying you are my 51 뭐 state이라는 등, you know, like you are something something, and he comes out not going against Trump, being like, how can he say something like that? You know, we are so much better, and like trying to be equal level. But it seems he's more like, hey, we are the world. We are one together. Like happy. Let's not fight. Like positive. Like Trump, Opar, it's okay. I hope you don't say there was mean things to me. Just we helped you. We were there for you. Don't forget about the history. Let's do this without fighting each other type of deal. So I think that's why I can see why some people like hate him. So yeah, like he and Trump are polar opposite.
Shared values and the natural resources you need. Canada.
So I can
has the
see his
ingredients
approach
necessary
is
to build
very
a
likable for
booming
some people, and
secure
some people might
partnership
not
for
like
the
his
North
approach
American
because it looks
economy.
like he is. Some people might think that he seems weaker than American president, right? That versus like the powerful like that we get from Trump. I don't know if I should say
stand at the
power,
ready
but
to work together. Let's take a moment to talk about our shared border.
그래, 그러니까
Our
like
border
everything.
is
This is
already
what we have done so
safe and
far
secure,
as
but
together.
there's
So we
always
gotta do it
more
together.
work to do. Less than 1% of fentanyl, less than 1% of illegal crossings into the United States come from Canada. But hearing concerns from both Canadians and Americans, including the American president himself, we're taking action. We launched a $1.3 billion border plan that is already showing results. Because we too are devastated by the scourge that is fentanyl.
근데 he's also very like sweet in a way that he's not just caring for Canadians but also Americans. That's why he was like, this is my word to America. 그러니까 he's not bad, right? He's not like shitty prime minister material, but I can see that he also is a character that has either wow, I really love him versus wow, I really hate him type of personality. But not everyone can be loved, right? So
A drug that has torn apart communities and caused so much
이 아저씨
pain
진짜
and
감정적으로
torment for
많이
countless
접근을
families
하네.
across Canada, just like in the United States. A drug that we too want to see wiped from the face of this earth. A drug whose traffickers must be punished. As neighbors, we must work collaboratively.
그러니까 계속 같이 일해야 된다.
Unfortunately,
우리는 럼프
the
형이
actions
모시기저시기
taken today by the
하면서
White House
뭐 이런 거 안
split us
한다 해서.
apart instead of bringing us together. Tonight, I am announcing Canada will be responding to the U.S. trade action with 25% tariffs against $155 billion worth of American goods. This will include immediate tariffs on $30 billion worth of goods as of Tuesday, followed by further tariffs on $125 billion worth of American products in 21 days' time to allow Canadian companies and supply chains to seek to find alternatives. Ce soir, j'annonce la réplique du Canada. Des tarifs douaniers de 25%
Jano?
sur
이제 블랙아.
155 milliards de dollars de marchandises
너무 멋있긴
américaines.
하다. 근데 진짜 열심히 하는 거야, guys. Just still we should give a clap. God. This is why people don't want to talk about politics because 이래서 사람들이 그 뭐지? 이런 뭐냐 politics 한거 뭐지? 하여튼 이런 걸 얘기하기 싫어하는 이유를 알 것 같긴 해. You can't collaborate. 근데 뭐 it's not that bad, guys. It's not that bad, but
Milliards de dollars de marchandises de plus. Like the American tariffs, our response will also be far-reaching and include everyday items such as American beer, wine,
Well.
and bourbon, fruits and fruit juices, including orange juice, along with vegetables, perfume, clothing, and shoes. It'll include major consumer products like household appliances, furniture, and sports equipment, and materials like lumber and plastics, along with
그러니까 it's like some people like dopamine content, you know? It's like some people like watching, you know, Oya Bubak stuff, while some people like watching Jinri's content of just doing news. That's kind of what it feels like. So some people might think this is boring or this is lame or whatever he's saying is so, you know, like simple-minded, but 잘했어. 그러니까 이 사람은 확실히 자극적인 게 1도 없는 사람이야. 자극적인 게 없고 럼프 형이나 우리 지금 저기 뭐냐 우리 대 저기 한국 그 뭐냐 한국에 윤씨 윤 오빠처럼 막 또라이짓 하는 스타일은 아닌 것 같아. 그러니까 또라이 같은 짓 하는 사람들이 좋아하는 사람들이 있는 거 반면에 이렇게 잔잔한 사람도 있다는 것 같아.
much more. And as part of our response, we are considering, with the provinces and territories,
What is self-suicide pod?
non-tariff measures, including some relating to critical minerals, energy, procurement, and other partnerships. We will stand strong for Canada. We will stand strong to ensure our countries continue to be the best neighbors in the world. With all that said, I also want to speak directly to Canadians in this moment. I'm sure many of you are anxious, but I want you to know we are all in this together. The Canadian government, Canadian businesses, Canadian organized labor, Canadian civil society, Canada's premiers, and tens of millions of Canadians from coast to coast to coast are aligned and united. This is Team Canada at its best. Plus tôt aujourd'hui, j'ai parlé à Annie. On est tous dans ces territoires. La présidente était la cible pour y faire vise. L'ensemble s'engage va être là pour les temps. J'ai les uns ça, un pour les autres. D'un océan à l'autre, différentes croix. Et quand on reste, there are many ways for you to do your part. It might mean checking the labels at the supermarket and picking Canadian. It might mean Canada. Now is also the time to choose Canada. There are many ways for you to do your part. It might mean checking the labels at the supermarket and picking Canadian-made products. It might mean opting for Canadian rye over Kentucky bourbon, or foregoing Florida orange juice altogether.
여기네.
Changing your summer vacation plans to stay here in Canada and explore the many national and provincial parks, historical sites, and tourist destinations our great country has to offer. C'est temps de choisir des produits d'ici et
이거였네.
d'appuyer des entreprises.
이 부분이었네. 근데 guys, it's not that bad. You guys have so much anger. 이런 사람도 있다 해. Guys, this is not you guys's president, prime minister. I mean, guys, US has nothing to say. Look at Trump. 야, 럼프나 얘나 도찐 개찐이야. I think they're equally on opposite side. So it wasn't bad. 그냥 I think, to be honest, I liked this speech up to here. 근데 I don't know why he said this, like checking orange juice and etc. 굳이 그건 안 넣어도 될 것 같았다. I don't think he would have needed to put this part in. That wasn't bad, guys. So where are we? What did we read? 무슨 guys, how are we? 그러니까 아니 너무 오렌지 주스 너무 귀엽긴 했어. You're scared in the US? Why? Hey guys, don't have too much hate in the world. Ah. Was it arrest citizens? I don't think I heard arresting. Was it arresting? Ah, really? Maybe. It's hard to hate. It's hard to hate. Yeah, you guys are hating so much though. I sometimes you gotta just let it go. Let it go. That should be our like theme song when our topic gets spicy. I should just play let it go. Let it go. And then stop there because the next part is can't hold it back anymore. It's like you guys can't hold it back anymore of this anger that either the prime minister or the president is doing. uh So fact sheet, President Donald Trump. Let's just read these three and then kind of wrap up tariff. So we know the fact that there's 25% on Canada and Mexico and then 10% on China. It's additional, so it's 35 total for China's products? Or is it just 10% for China? Right? And then additional 10%. 그러니까 35 for China. President Trump is taking bold actions to hold Mexico, Canada, and China accountable to their promise of halting illegal immigrant and stopping poisonous fentanyls and other drugs from flowing into our country. The orders make clear, the main reason we got that part was due to drugs. Order make clear that the flow of contraband drugs like fentanyl to the US, though illicit distribution networks, has created a national emergency, including a public health crisis. In addition, the Mexican drug trafficking organization have an intolerable alliance with the government of Mexico. The government of Mexico has afforded safe havens for the cartels to engage in the manufacturing and transportation of dangerous narcotics, which collectively have led to the overdose deaths of hundreds and thousands of American victims. So this is maybe the reason why Canada was being banned, because it seems that Mexican cartels operating fentanyl and natazane synthesis labs in Canada. So I guess they still have some type of lab there too. Recent study recognized Canada's heightened domestic production of fentanyls. I guess they just want to cut anything from Canada. It might get big. And its growing footprint within international narcotics distribution. Is this really one-sided? 이거 맞니? Less than 1% is coming? Yeah. This is all propaganda? 근데, but I think it's like this though. No matter how much is coming in, it should still be stopped. Anything that's illegal should be stopped, right? So, but I think for Canada, it's a different story. But yeah. Cause guys, even if it's like 1% though, they said like 20 kilograms. I feel like it could still kill people. So they should stop this immediately. 90% of the guns used in crimes in Canada was smuggled from the US. 그러니까 something like those illegal stuff should be stopped, right? 그러니까 that's kind of Canadians' fault for not doing anything about it. And that's a different story from fentanyl though, no? So let's see what it is with China. 아, 그러니까 China는 already plus 10%구나. 10% more이구나. Can China and US avoid trade war escalation? Canada is trying. Trump just wants US bases in the what? Canada is trying. Like, what are they trying though? Because I feel like a lot of people just hate the PM. He wasn't that bad dude, guys. 아유, 진짜 역시 남의 나라 얘기는 무서운 것 같아. 아니다. 남의 나라의 싸움이 재밌긴 해. 왜 이렇게 싸워? 아씨, 열심히 하잖아. They're trying their best. Okay, so the thing with China is that they're adding 10% more. So after days of warning of countermeasures and urging Washington to enter negotiation and meet China halfway, it has decided to hit back or at least threaten to retaliate with its own tariffs. China said it would implement a 15% tariff on coal. So it's China hits back. That was yesterday. So US tariffs on import from China, Canada and Mexico are paused right now. 그다음에 yesterday was what? Tuesday? Wednesday? Wednesday was China. 잠깐만. My back. 잠깐만. Boss needs to stretch. 등이 아파. 잠깐 BRB 잠깐만요. 잠깐 스트레칭만 하고 올게요. 아니 그 턱 있잖아. 우리 턱 위에 지나갔었어. Shoot, that's in the sun. 지금 양쪽을 700까지 깎았거든요. 한 650인 것 같은데. I think this is it. Are you guys ready? I think this is it. Fuck you! 650이 아니었네? I don't even know the screen size though. 잠깐만. No! Okay. I just feel nerdy like this. I don't feel like an ajumma. I just feel nerdy. Like, old lady? Okay, we will postpone that one. 아씨, 나 무슨 아줌마, 이거 아줌마 같은 나. 할매. I just feel nerdy. Whoa, did you see that? 흔들어봐. Must be in a battle. What do you think they will fight with? 뭘로 싸울 것 같아? 총? Gun? Knife?
They're more.
Oh shit.
Oh shoot. What?
Oh my
my god, this scared the crap out of me.
오케이.
악의 마음.
이거. 아이고 말이야. 아, my back.
왜나 놀랐어?
So this is what China will put tariff on US products. 15% tariff on coal. And liquefied natural gas product구나. thank you, Flame. 그러니까. 다음에 10% on crude oil, agricultural machinery, and large engine cars. In 4 days. Wow. So they do still have time to step back, but it seems like that's not gonna happen. Two leaders have scheduled a call later this week. This hasn't happened yet, right? Has this happened? And there are signs, despite today's announcement, that China is in listening mode and is keeping the doors open for talk. 이것도 진짜 자존심 싸움하는 것 같아. Not yet. China's countermeasures are limited to scope compared to Donald Trump's levy of 10% on all Chinese goods steering to the US. America is the biggest exporter of liquid natural gas across the world, but China accounts for only around 2.3% of those exports, and its major car imports are from Europe and China and Japan. So it will also be far more difficult for Trump to do a deal with China than with Mexico and Canada. 그치. Much more depends on what he wants from Beijing. China is Washington's chief economic rival, and cutting the country off from major supply chains has been a goal of the Trump administration. And they haven't settled down, I guess, on China yet. Oh, isn't it saying on Friday 10th? It says it here, Friday 10th. Right? So that's in 4 days? So next Monday, we'll see if this actually do come true. The US president is dealing with a far more confident China than he did back then. 그치 뭐. Wow, and now China actually has the lead trade partner for more than 120 countries. Over the past 2 decades, it has also steadily tried to reduce the importance of trade to its economy and ramped up domestic production. Today, imports and exports account for around 37% of China's GDP, compared with more than 60% in the early 2000s. God, they are playing 진짜 자존심 싸움인 것 같긴 해. 아, 진짜? So nothing has happened yet, seems like, with China and UF tariff tension. But yeah, the tension is real for this. So fast fashion, laptops, and toys are likely to cost more due to US tariffs on Chinese imports. So you guys won't be able to use Temu anytime soon. Yeah. 이렇게 졸립냐? Why so tired? Oops. Oh, what the heck? 됐다. Are projected to become the global. US to China was Tuesday. Did that really happen on Tuesday then? (2월 4일날) China population? China 그러게. So let's conclude. Let's do fentanyl another day. Shit. I don't think it will bring back jobs. Do you guys really think tariffs will bring back jobs, guys? 뭐야, 한국에서도 guys, just we'll talk about DeepSeek later. Anyways, so let's make a conclusion about tariffs up to today. And then we'll move on to downloading DeepSeek and testing it out. Or I might take a break because my back is actually a little bit in pain. I wish I can just take like a 2-hour break and then come back streaming. Maybe that's what I'll do. Like do multiple short hour stream. 개웃기네. Anyway, so the main reason for the tariff, as stated, was too much fentanyl drugs. Canada was what? Like Canada, Mexico, and China. So that's the stated definition. Name, in theory, what do you think is the reason for tariff? It seems like just kind of create uncertainty. Still haven't found like the behind reason for it. I think this later on we'll have to realize, but I guess to show power and to get votes, or it's type of his tactic to show who's in power. So this was the timeline. So I wrote timeline. So last Saturday, Trump signed saying we will impose 25% tariff on goods from Mexico and Canada, 10% more because he already put tariff on his first office, first term. So I guess 10% more on China on Tuesday, February 4th. And then Canada 10% on energy resources because 60% of oil comes from Canada. And then Mexico, we will be losing groceries such as avocado, setji. So then Monday, all of a sudden there was a pause because they want to work things out with the borders of the transportation of fentanyl, right? And another pause from Mexico because she stated that 10,000 guards will be near the border to defend it. And then, so this is somewhat settled, right? We can say that the tariff between Canada, Mexico, and is somewhat settled for 30 days, hopefully. So, after 30 days, this is something to look into. So March 4th, 5th, 6th, around that area. So we'll look into that. And then Wednesday, China fights back, where President Xi Jinping was, hey, you put tariff, I'll be pissed off. Where we'll put 15% on coal and natural gas products, because I don't think China has a lot. 10% on crude oil, agricultural machinery, and large engine cars, because these are what US is good for. So this will all happen on February 10th. So we'll be looking out for that. That's next week, Monday. So what does tariff mean for consumers? That's us. Seems like pass the cost on to their customers by raising their prices and also causing opportunistic pricing, which we learned just now, which is making it more expensive than the actual cost. So adding marginal cost. And then opt to eat the cost of the tariffs, so there maybe can talk to President Trump. I think Apple did this, right? Apple was an exception to the tariff. I think there was another company that was an exception, but I only recall Apple. And then companies may try to force foreign suppliers to bear the burden by negotiating the lower price, or companies might find other countries to make the foreign supply. And it seems like that's already being done with India and Vietnam. So, conclusion? Still lost. Something that we need to see in the bigger picture. But how would this affect the market? How does this affect the US market, guys? 미국 마켓에 관세를 붙인다? Maybe less purchase being done with products because it's costing more. Once they know people will pay for it, the price are not. Yeah, 그러니까. So actually, just sucks for consumers in general. Maybe companies will use this to yoink more money from people. I guess would be kind of like the conclusion. So this is something we'll keep aware of. Like I said, next Monday or in 30 days, we'll get to see and how it will be affecting the people around us. So let's wrap up this and move on to DeepSeek. 잘했다. 와, this took another 2 hours. 와, 진짜 이거 한 번 하는데 2시간 걸려. 공부하는 게 쉽지 않아요, 여러분. 진짜 사람이 똑똑해지기 쉽지 않은 것 같아. What should we talk about tomorrow? What's happening, guys, that we can talk about tomorrow? Oilers have war against EV, really? What should we do tomorrow? 내일은 진짜 근데 그러니까 매번 우리가 이런 거 얘기를 할 때 가벼운 토픽이 아니라 무거운 토픽이다 보니까 진짜 머리가 깨질 것 같아. 왜냐면은 자료들이 많고 일단은 이거 도대체 뭔 생각으로 이러는지 모르겠어요. 그러니까 뭐 예측은 할 수 있지만 이게 특히 이런 정치 관련된 예측이라는 거는 잘 못할 수밖에 없는 게 너무 극과 극인 예측을 해버리니까 그거는 진짜 정치뿐만 아니라 그쪽으로 가야 돼가지고 팔레스타인 거는 안 하고 있어요. 맞아. There's a country banning all EVs because it's taking their oil money away. Oh, really? I could see that. We'll figure out what to do tomorrow. I'll also look into it. So if you guys want to post some news that we can talk about tomorrow, I'll do that. 진짜. I can understand why there's like political science major. I think politics is disgusting. There's no right or wrong answer in politics. 그러니까 내 전공 공부. Also guys, I just thought this would be a funny article that I just brought. This is 8 minutes ago. And just Korean news. But SK Telecom has actually said we will try to not use DeepSeek, guys. So Korea doesn't want to use DeepSeek as much either. Because I guess they are... 그러네. Like the company, SK Telecom, doesn't want the employees to use DeepSeek because of the fact that they're taking the data. So 퍼플렉시티가 뭐예요? So it seems that SK Telecom is banning the usage of DeepSeek as well. Even also same thing for LG U+. 한국도 이제 슬슬 이걸 하네. Wait, I don't want to download. Just going to make their own AI just for them. 근데 yeah, I don't know why Korea hasn't made their own LLM though. Actually surprised. It makes sense not to use it for company usage. But it's not also guaranteed that ChatGPT is not using it either. 정보 미국에서 빼온 거야. 엥? 그런 것도 있어요? Employees entering private company information into an AI LLM that they don't control won't be good. Yeah. Oh, the way you used it, the data you entered was put onto servers. 그러니까, oh my god. It's okay. I don't have that much data. Ah, really? Even if I run... so just use it to run it on my own PC works? Really? 아, 그렇긴 하네. Is there no way for them to take the information? 나 오늘 근데 뭐 한다고 했지 원래? 투자한 AI로 나온다고? 아 진짜? Hey, that's good personal information. Today I told you guys. 오늘은 let's do a quick podcast. Not podcast, just a brainstorming because I need to do this. So let's move on. 우리 오늘 오랜만에 let's do a lighter content. 오늘은 조금 가벼운 컨텐츠 해볼게요. Today is lighter content of fun stuff. And it is South Korea misconception. 오늘은 재밌는 수다의 내용 할 거예요. When you guys hear about South Korea, what do you guys have misconception wise? 편견. So I brought this one in because I was reading this Reddit post. 레딧에서 요즘 뭔가 재밌는 거를 할까 찾아보다가 I found this. Someone wrote on a Reddit post asking about the misconception. 이거를 그렇게 찾았어요. 이거 재밌더라고. Misconceptions about South Korea from those who haven't been there. 이게 있어가지고. So I wanted to bring this specifically, and if you haven't been, I would rather like it for those who know less about South Korea. But I thought this was funny to bring in. Most people in South Korea live trembling in fear about the imminent invasion from North Korea. 이런 거 있더라고. 그래서 I was going to gather up a couple of them and answer them to put it on my podcast. 이게 몇 개지 좀 정리를 해가지고 팟캐스트로 따로 이제 녹화하려고 했는데 너무 웃긴 거야 이게. So first question, South. People who ask Korean tourists which Korea they're from. I don't think that's like a misconception. Is that a misconception? 그래서 이게 너무 웃긴 게 제일 처음 거는 이거야. 북한이 한국에 쳐들어올까봐 늘 불안함에 떨어 있다. To be honest, I think the relationship between South Korea and North Korea in terms of living here is really we don't feel anything. It's only for those who worry about their life in general, but living here for 6 years, I don't think I felt anything like that. 아 맞아. Everyone has plastic surgery is also another common misconception, but 그것도 사실 I guess it's like what America or what foreigners think of plastic surgery as. What do you guys think of plastic surgery? What is you guys' definition of plastic surgery? Because I think that's where the definition is different. 근데 let me just wrap up this one. So, to be honest, Korea doesn't. I think South Korea only a handful of people worry, but mostly they are indifferent about it. Sometimes there are news of balloons, balloon invasion. Do we say balloon invasions? But not fear. Annoying. So, kind of funny story, guys. 그 뭐지? When there's a balloon attack, balloon invasion, on our phone, we get like this text message. And it's funny cuz if you live more of like north of Seoul, then you get more text message than people living like south of Seoul. So I remember a friend was telling me how she was just so annoyed of getting text message every 5 minutes when they were getting attacked, like when we were getting all the balloons. So to be honest, I think that's not like a big thing. 그다음에 plastic surgery. Everyone in Korea has plastic surgery is it depends on, like I said, depends on the definition. So what is so even filler, like 그 뭐지? 그 So in US, if you add in filler, that is considered plastic surgery. Botox, filler, 이게 plastic surgery야? So any medical equipment on my face is considered plastic surgery? Oh shoot, sorry. Anything that penetrates the skin. Botox, filler, so Botox and filler is considered plastic surgery for you guys? How about that skincare? There's like the skincare where you inject something here. You and then it like 이렇게 당겨주는 like something here too. But you don't go to plastic surgery for that. You go to dermatologist. Do you guys also consider that as plastic surgery? But it's like surgery. I think Botox and filler is not surgery wise, right? Cosmetic procedure? 어렵네. 보톡스랑 필러가 만약에 성형 수술이다라고 하면은 어떻게? cause actually 이게 어려운 게 why it's hard because Botox and filler you have to get them in plastic surgery, like in a from a plastic surgeon, right? So some might view that as plastic surgery. 그러면 let me just do a vote with you guys. 뭐니? Okay, never mind. I can't do a vote. How many? Can you guys just give me like emoji spam 진리 가자? How many of you guys think plastic surgery is Botox and filler? Just those two are plastic surgery. So for those who don't know what Botox and filler is injecting some type of like 뭐라고 해야 돼? 필러를 영어로 어떻게 해야 돼? Chemical inside your face to make it like a little bit fatter, or if at least not stuck, but if you have wrinkles, a lot of people would put in fillers or Botox so that your wrinkles disappear. Would be more of like the cosmetic way of using it. But like 요런데? So this is a common place to get filler and Botox, and then you get Botox on your lips, right, to make it fatter, so you have like the Angelina Jolie lips. So how many of you guys think, raise your hand, that Botox, give me a 진리 가자, and if you guys don't have that emoji, you guys can sub to my channel because I'm less than 100 for myself, so I need money. But give me a 진리 가자 if you guys think Botox and fillers are plastic surgery, is considered plastic surgery. 근데 이게 만약에 몇몇 분들이 그게 두 개가 그거라면 guys, just don't talk. Give me an emoji of like yeah or 진리 가자 if you guys think it is. Don't give me any more definition. You guys don't listen to me. Give me an upward if you think Botox and fillers are considered plastic surgery. 만약에 근데 이게 한국 남자들은 어떻게 생각해요? 성형수술이 보톡스랑 늘 안 들어 쟤네는. 보톡스랑 필러가 성형수술이라고 생각하세요? 두 분 다? 이게 근데 이제 이게 한국 남자들의 말이랑 좀 다를 수도 있어. 근데 so most of you guys are thinking that it is plastic surgery. 그러면 진짜 then I think it really depends on the definition. 그 진짜 this is really dependent on the definition because oh hi. Oh, he bought Subway. 보편화돼서 시술에 가까워지지만 원칙적으로 okay, so if I go with the definition, so if I go with the definition of anything that penetrates skin, 그러니까 얼굴에 뭐에 손을 댔다. Wait, but then there's dermatology. My question is, dermatology has this procedure where you 막 그 뭐지? 막 요렇게 뭐 이렇게 해주는 거 있어. There's like skin something to make your skin brighter. Is that also plastic surgery or is that completely different? Because that's also something that's being penetrated to the skin. 맞아, 예전엔 보톡스 맞거나 필러 맞으면 성형했네 마네 이랬긴 했어. 네. 요즘은 다 뭐 하지. Ear piercing? So maybe we shouldn't use the word penetrates the skin then. 아, 그 뭐지? 한국에서 막 이런 거 있대. 피부과. 시술. How about you laser your skin? So if you have lots of freckles, you can laser so the freckles disappear. Is that considered a type of plastic surgery? Laser is skincare? So skincare and plastic surgery is different? 그 리프팅 하는 게 뭐더라? 피부과 중에 리프팅 하는 거 있던데. 보톡스나 필러나 둘 다 주사로 넣는 거지만 결과적으로 얼굴 외형에 변화 주는 거니까. 외형의 변화를 준다가 차이가 있구나. 아, 무슨 막 시술 같은 거 있었는데 뭐 엄청 막 땡겨주는. So what about lifting? You lift up the skin. 이렇게 땡겨주는 것도 있어. What is that considered? 근데 I don't know if it's like. 잠깐만. Let me. 아, 뭐더라? 아, 요거네. In English, it is facelift, skin lifting. So you can see no wrinkle, wrinkle, no wrinkle 이런 느낌? 그치. But there's two different types of lifting methodology. Where you can revive the skin to regenerate it? 이게 진짜 근데 there is this one too. So a lot of girls get lifting here. It's not cutting. You don't always have to cut doing lifting. Like you can revive the skin cells inside by injecting something here, and then it's like lifting. Tattoo freckles? 오, 아 맞아. 슈링크 lifting is using ultrasound. 맞아. 울세라랑 슈링크 많이 들어봤어요. So they are using ultrasound to your skin, and then they give you heavy ultrasound, and so it gives 탄력. 영어로. It gives more elasticity on the face. Skin's elasticity. Oh, this one works, guys. Go. If you guys come to Korea, I highly recommend getting the shrink lift. But this one is like what, couple $1,000. 이거 비싼다고 나 들었는데. 얼마니? 저 뭐지? 출산하고 나서 슈링크 리프팅 하려고요. 좋대 이거. In Busan. So anything not cut is not. 요걸로 like they give you some type of thing, cartilage, and then I guess there's like yeah. So you put it there and it does some type of vibrating or cooling system, and then it just give elasticity. So it looks like this. It looks like a robot, guys. So if you have like a bad skin, or if you're if your skin's kind of falling, I would recommend this. 이거는 근데 나도 해보고 싶긴 해. 이게 진짜 도움이 된대요. 슈링크 꽤 괜찮다 하더라고. 펌에서 리프팅하는 맞아. 나이 들면서 콜라겐층이 so as you get older, the collagen gets thinner is another reason. So you gotta do the ultrasound lasering. So I guess that is considered lasering. But this one actually has an effect, was what is said. But they are a couple $1,000s. So 근데 you know, anything, it really depends on, you know, it really depends on the definition. Because Koreans don't think Botox and fillers are considered plastic surgery. So a lot of people get it, but even do you know what's shocking is that you know, the double eyelid surgery, they think is so common that they don't consider that plastic surgery. Cause everyone does it on eyes. 눈 성 어느 순간부터 even eye plastic double eyelid is not considered plastic. So to be honest, if I had to say that everyone in Korea has plastic surgery, I think the answer would be everyone in Korea who has money has done plastic surgery. Like, if you have money to spend, then I think everyone has gotten plastic surgery. To be honest. So I think this is like real. 솔직히 자기가 돈이 있고 anyone mid class and above, I think are considered has done plastic surgery. 중간부터 상위층 이렇게는 다 했던 것 같아. So, it's not a bad thing, but I think it also has to do with how people rate others into saying, oh, like, have you, you know, 그러니까 Korea really cares a lot about visuality and how you look, how you appear, appearance-wise. So yeah, that's why all the like streamers on camera look really nice, because they really focus on the camera setting, the lighting setting, and everything. So 어쩔 수 없는, it's something that happens naturally, I think. But to answer the question about plastic surgery, I would have to say 80% got something done to their face. 나도 했잖아. I told you guys I did 여기 보톡스 했다고. I got botox, guys, here, because I always do this. So even when I'm not, you know, like not angry, I still had the lines. So I just got botox here. I would say 80. Don't you guys think so? 한 80%가 뭐 필러를 맞건 보톡스를 맞건 하지 않았을까? I really feel like Koreans have that much money to spend at least on the fillers or the Botox. sorry. 그래서 잠깐만. Yeah, maybe I should do this. And everyone is interested in doing plastic surgery. Sorry, I wanted to make this into a podcast, so 그리고 also another reason is cheap. I think Botox is less than $100. I think. 보톡스가 기본 얼마지? 나 사실 얼마인지 몰라요. I think maybe like $100. I don't remember how much I paid. But I think Botox is considered cheap. And also they get it done because it is cheap. So kind of continuing on with this section. 그래서 여기서 이제 추가 질문. 그치. Yeah. So going along with what about surgery as a graduation gift? 요거는 this one. I would have to say if the family is in middle class, then yes. 하지. Then yes. The best gift. So 할 이유가 없지. It's better than giving other gifts, I think. Either you get money or, you know, like plastic surgery. Cause it's actually bad to get plastic surgery in high school. So then you are recommended to get it more during the like when you're considered a adult, and that's when you graduate. So that's when people are like, hey, that you can get it. If boss got lots of Botox in my show, 그치? You guys, can you guys tell? Like 여기. Doesn't plastic surgery places give discounts if you bring a friend too? Usually, but it also depends on, I think, the place that you're going to. Right? 저는 근데 여기를 맞았어. 보톡스 맞았나? 사실 기억이 안 나요. Yeah, maybe not as cheap as Happy Meal, but it's a reasonable price. So when people here in the US hear plastic surgery, they typically assume it involves an actual surgical procedure rather than just cosmetic treatments. Yeah. Actually, funny story. My best friend's brother got into like the plastic surgery studies. So that's what his study of field was. So when I heard that, I was like, wait, Americans get plastic surgery, thinking it was more for beauty wise, because I'm so used to the Korean mindset. And she was like, no, like, you know, Americans use plastic surgery for more of like 그런 other type of issue. So I can't imagine looking at my kid and saying, for the past 18 years, I can't stand to look at you, but today you're getting plastic surgery to fix all that. I hate it. Usually moms don't say that to kids. It's usually the kids saying, I want to look like I've 장원영. I want to get plastic surgery. And usually it's the parents saying no, but they don't want the kid to feel sad. Because everyone, you know, you end up being compared with visually. So then mom are kind of like, okay, well, if you really want, you know, plastic eye done, then I will do eye. We can just do eye. 진짜요? 보톡스 그런 것도 있구나. 야. But to be honest, boosting confidence I think is very important, and that's something that's really needed in Korea in terms of the culture. So yeah, so to be honest, I think it's not a bad thing. Cause like one of my friend gained so much confidence after getting her eyes and nose done, where she's now uploading more of her pictures and stuff, and I admire that, you know. 맞아, 뭐 그랬던 거야. I don't always take it in a bad way. And I feel like maybe because I grew up in this culture too, that, you know, plastic surgery is not always a bad thing, but yeah. 아, 그치? 뭐 boosting confidence to a young person, I think, is their most important thing. 그거는 뭐, I think that's inevitable. But there's definitely those who realize that, but I think it's definitely something hard to realize. 어쩌겠어. 뭐, even when we were young guys, hey, remember when you guys were 18 and you had a crush on that girl and you wanted to look nice in front of her? So you showered and put on perfume? That's what it feels like, plastic surgery, to a lot of girls. Right? I think we should view it like that. But 맞아. 외형은 자신감이고 내면은 자존감이고 크니까. But we also have to, like, I'm not saying plastic surgery should be banned. It's very important. If it helps you boost confidence. But if it only boosts your confidence visually, then I think that's something that's problematic. If it boosts your confidence not only visually, but also in your inner self, then I'm highly for plastic surgery. Like, much, much better. So if my child is saying, you know what, the other day my friend made fun of me because I have only one double eyelid, then I'll be like, okay, let's get the other one done. And then she feels confident and she's happy about it, she's not addicted to it, then I'm like, good job. But yeah. 그치. It's like when Americans get boob job done or butt lifts. Right? So 그치. I think it's bad when they become obsessed with it too. 근데 뭐, I think that's a fine line of trying not to be obsessed with it, along with, yeah, this is where the iPhone issue and that everything comes out. That's why social media is very scary. So, and even guys joke around saying, oh, like A cup doesn't feel like anything, right? Also vice versa, girls saying, oh, 3 centimeter, like, who wants to date a guy who's 3 centimeter? Because that's like lowering their confidence, right? That's not something people want to hear, but we joke around about it. So isn't that so sad? 막 그러니까 반면에 그런 게 큰 것 같아. 그래, 막 아, 누가 3cm랑 자냐, 뭐 이런 얘기를 하는데 진짜 본인이 3cm면 어떡해? 나 너무 이거 아니면은 막 여자 가슴 남자들끼리도 뭐 남자들끼리 별로 안 하겠지만 막 사람들끼리 막 A컵은 만져도 느낌이 안 나는데 막 이런 얘기를 해봐. 슬퍼. 자존감이 높은 거 중요한데, 자존감이 높으려면은 외적인 것부터 높은 것도 저는 그게 한편은 중요하다고 생각해요. 그러니까 얘가 높으면 얘도 높아질 확률이 높지만 얘가 안 높은데 얘만 높아질 확률은 낮다. 나는 이게 마인드셋이야. 아, 여기 기능에 근데 얘 기능에 이제 그 남자들 이쪽 기능에 이제 문제점은 이제 여성분이 못 느낀다 이러면 이제 좀 슬픈 일이지. Well, I think what I wanna conclude with like visuality and everything in terms of plastic surgery, because I know what you guys are talking about, how it's already sad that people are going beyond how much they should do plastic surgery. But if we think of chances, the percentage wise, it's easier to gain happiness or confidentiality by getting plastic surgery, like by making this look better. There's higher chances that your inner self would be more boosted in confidence versus if you don't have like the ideal this, then I think it's really hard for people to have a positive, you know, what is that, inner confidence, because it's not easy to be positive. Being really positive and not comparing with others is not easy. Even I do that. And I'm pretty. 나도 이쁜데? 진짜 이제 힘들지. So even like my friends who are really pretty are still like considering getting like plastic surgery or some type of procedure or like Botox skincare done because they want to keep up looking very like young and fresh. So if it comes to that far, then I think that's a little worrisome. But what can you do, guys? Right? 뭐 어쩔 수 없어. So in the end, if your future girlfriend wants to get plastic surgery, don't always look at it a bad way. Just ask why. 그치? Like, in the ideal best world, looks should not matter. But we can't do that, right? But reality is, looks became so important. Me looking like Chang Won-young is like the trend. It's so sad now there's like the wannabe ideal looks among at least girls. 안돼, Flame. You are being boomer 아저씨. Just be okay. Just be okay with maybe nose and eyes and a bit of Botox and the filler. Those three, I think, is acceptable. Weight? Weight는 뭐? I think it's not just only weight, but it's also like how you lose weight is scarier. Being fit, being skinny is okay, but if they're fit skinny, it's okay. But if they're not eating and wanting to be skinny, then that's a problem. So, I think what happens a lot of what a lot of people forget about is that before the surgery actually happens, they do get consult. Yeah, 그치, of course, yeah. Like, doctors 100%, 1000% wants to confirm. They don't, you know. There are plastic surgeons out there that just doesn't do it for money. They're like, are you sure? Like, you know, there's no turning back. Whoa. If girlfriend gets surgery, doesn't that mean she wants to look better for another boyfriend? Honey, she just wants to boost confidence. Yeah, it was bugging me. Like, let me tell you something. I want to get eyelid. I'll tell you why. I've been trying to convince Mia about it. Mia is just like you guys. 근데 I don't know if you guys see. 잠깐, let me zoom in my face. So if you guys see my eye, 저는 조만간 그 눈 하고 싶은 생각이 들었거든요. 눈 안 했어요. 눈 안 했는데 근데 I don't know if you guys see, but this eye, this is so thick that it covers my double eyelid. This is double eyelid. This is also double eyelid, but it used to be like here. But now that I gained older and I have weight, it got down to here. So I want to make this eye and this eye look the same, so that when I apply makeup on, it's much easier. So this is as much I want to do. Right? But this, I'm not doing this so that I'm looking better for a different guy, right? I'm doing it so that my eyes look the same. 야, 여기 보면은 여기가 제가 여기가 진짜 두꺼워요. 여기가 두꺼워가지고 지금 얘가 이렇게 내려왔어. 가라앉았거든요, 눈이. 그래서 쌍꺼풀이 있는데도 이게 덮쳐버린 거예요. 그러니까 얘 화장 방법이랑 얘 화장 방법이랑 많이 달라요. 그래서 얘를 살짝만 올리면은 이런 식으로, 그러면 얘네가 비슷하거든요. 그러니까 맞추려고 하는 거지, 눈을 맞추려고 해가지고 화장도 편하게 하는 거고. 눈이 무거워. Guys, my eyes is heavy. My eyelid is heavy, guys. 아니, 눈꺼풀 무거워. I don't have eyes, right? 그래서 살짝 맞추면 화장도 좀 덜 되고. 요거는 아마 가가지고 이렇게 살짝 당길 것 같아요. 이렇게 살짝 당기면 되니까. So I wanna maybe bring this up a little, like here. 내가 피곤한 건가? So that is why people want plastic surgery, not just because they want to look better for another guy. 아휴, 그랬으면 좋겠다. I want to look better for a different guy. 나 진짜 남자 있어야지. 진짜 I should have a different guy. 남자가 없는데 어떡하라고. 짜증나 죽겠네. 영어는 성형외과 가려고요. Anyway, side story. There's no natural way to fix this, cause this is old. Like, there's no tension. The elasticity dropped. I'm getting old. Hey, do you want me to say the confession, bro? Stop hurting my feelings. 아이씨, 내추럴리는 무슨, 야, 나이 먹어가지고 여기 지금 세포가 죽었는데. 맞아, 남편이 없고 남자가 없고 남편이 있죠. 아이씨. Anyways. Yeah, there's nothing you can do with eyelid sags, guys. It's just the age issue. So so maybe during my long hiatus and my body feels a little better, this is something I'll get done, and then you guys can tell. 그 출산하고 어차피 몇 달 쉴 거잖아요. 그 사이에서 눈 좀 하고 와야 되겠다. 피부과도 가고. I go to dermatologist and get, facelifting. 근데 뭐 I don't have a problem with my face. It's just minor like, things. 근데 뭐. Right? You guys remember this? 그래, so it's not something really big. Like, I don't have to do it. 근데 it's something that I realized. So if I had the money, 그 정도 해도 되겠다. Then I can probably just do that much. It's not a big deal, right? Yeah. This one you might need to do actual surgery. Some students get double eyelid surgery for the same reason. Yeah, this is like common thing, right? So you guys, if I get this done, you guys will not notice. 저 이거 하잖아요. 님들 못 알아챌걸요? 이거 해서 와서 방송하잖아. 못 알아챈다. I'm 99.99999% sure you guys will not notice. You guys will be like, oh, your makeup looks nice today. Thanks. Natural. 그치? Yeah. I think the devil's advocate for surgery is on Young Idols too. I heard a lot of people do you get a haircut? I heard a lot of K-pop idols are forced to get plastic surgery if they want to debut. The eyes? Oh, girls will. Sometimes girls will. Girls usually can identify stuff. And then, but then, yeah. 맞아. 화장하는 방법도 다르긴 하니까. So, I mean, you can cover it with makeup, but makeup is also just another type of surgery, I think. Yeah. So even the guy idols all get plastic surgery. But anyways, this was all for plastic surgery. Any other things I should add about Korean misconception about plastic surgery? 그냥 this will boost confidence, but note that what's important is more of your inner personality than your outer look. I think that's the most important thing about plastic surgery. And yeah. So, to be honest, this is not a misconception. And I think 80% everyone who has money has gotten some type of thing on their face. 돈 있으니까 하는 거지 뭐. So mid-class, I think. Anyone who is in mid-class, I think has gotten something on their face. 제가 나중에 이렇게 줌인 해드릴게요, 이렇게. So other misconceptions that you guys have, let's see what I had earlier. Something I had earlier with misconceptions. I found on this that 이거 너무 웃긴 것 같아. Everyone looks like the actor/actress in K-drama. 나 이거 보고 너무 빵 터진 거야. I actually laughed at this comment because actually this really happened. 진짜 이게 someone really thought. No. That's like saying everyone in US looks like younger version of Brad Pitt. 근데 but most of the people in Korea dress as well. Like K-drama. 진짜 근데 근데 웬만하면 한국 사람들이 옷은 잘 입는 것 같아. I think at most 80% of Koreans dress really well. Not just girls, but also guys. Like even if it's just like a sweatshirt and pants, it's looking nice. So unless you're those guys who are very introverted and only stays home and doesn't go out to see people and go to PC방. 그러면 especially guys. Like I've never met a guy, especially on dates, who dress like okay, sorry to diss a couple of Americans, but I've seen guys with like 무슨 soccer football team shirt, college shirt 뭐 이런 거 있잖아. 너무 싫어. The jerseys, like jock style clothes. Ew. So that's why I can never date someone from California, I think. I hate Cali guys. Ew. Ew. They're either naked or ew, messy. jerseys. sweatpants. 와, 무슨 Korean sweatpants actually look nice. It's black. I would rather see monotone than, like. Yeah, I like guys with class. Socks with sandals? That's nasty. Well, if the average South Korean cares more about looks and gets surgery, nice clothes, it's probably not a leap to say the average person is more put together appearance-wise. 그러니까, yeah, that's what I say. 맞아, 저 그거 보려고요. 그거 봐야죠. Do all Korean guys wear makeup? We'll do this. 그러면 여기에 we'll add this question. 이거는 요거는 근데 not okay. So I'm a little boomer here. Not in my timeline. So 30s definitely not. Maybe at most they will wear either sunscreen or PB cream. You guys know what sunscreen and PB creams are, right? But recently younger generation has gone with like chapstick with a bit of color, and like Hongdae you might see guys wearing makeup, but mostly will not wear makeup. Okay. Yeah. There's like eyeliners. Well, they do eyebrow. So I think like you'll see. I don't think eyeliner. 진짜 라이너는 와. Like eyebrow coloring. 눈썹 있고 face, not just face 뭐냐 이런 거. 이거 뭐야? Maybe they'll do some like cushion, face cushion. 이거는 뭐 이제 뭐 having BB cream or having BB cream 말고 뭐지? 쿠션이 뭐냐? Like foundation. 그다음에 shading. I think is more of what they do. So they're doing natural beauty, but emphasizing on certain part of the face. 그다음에 lips. But eyeliner까지는 아직 안 간 것 같아. I think eyeliner is like really extreme. 근데 아마 최소 like I think at maximum they'll do all three. 아 맞아, concealer. 맞아. concealer. 그러니까 여기 이거 하고 Mia doesn't wear makeup. Mia, but I bought him chapstick because it was very dry. 근데 뭐 한 이 정도? So it's kind of becoming popular. But I think this is, you guys should do it, guys. To be honest, I think America should learn from this. 그러니까 I think you guys should learn. 아니, you guys 너무 안 차려입잖아. You guys don't wear nice things, man. 그치? 데이트할 때 많이 저렇게 입는 것 같아. How do you feel about holes in blue jeans? 아니 뭐 그럴 수 있다고 생각해. I think it's not bad. 아, 이것도 있더라. I thought this was funny. This is kind of going along. 맞아. 맞아. 저희 남편이 저랑 연애 초 때는 진짜 옷도 신경 쓰고 진짜 잘 꾸며줬는데 요새 에휴. 그땐 그랬지. 아 잠깐만. 이거 this is kind of going along with the top question. Living in Korea means you'll likely run into an idol. 절대 없어요. Never. Unless you force yourself to go to cafe/restaurant. restaurants that they go to and camp there? I never met a K-idol slash actor outside in public. Never. No. So if you go to like 뭐냐 뭐 압구정 rodeo at like 4 in the morning, you might see BTS drunk. Or, you know, but you really have to find out where they like to go to, where you guys want. No, not even live or work there, because they rarely come out, guys. Or they're so, like, hidden? What? 이거 따로 할까? Sora? 그치? That's true. Sora is 아이돌. 맞아. 소라 언니도 아이돌이지. 와타시 노 아이돌. That's true. When I first met Sora, she did feel like an idol. Because she was really skinny. Wow, I've never met someone that was that skinny. Like, I thought I was considered skinny. 근데 아니었어. I'm fat. 이거는 no, not likely. 다들 아이돌 같이 생겼다가 도라이라고? 그것도 맞긴 해. So does everyone in Korea have cousins? Actually, I had a college friend, college mate who was cousins with 제국의 아이돌, what is it? Zia? Do you guys know Zia? 광희. 아는 대학교 동기가 광희님이라고 해야 되나? 하여튼 그분이랑 사촌관계인 거 알았었어. 그래서 막 연예인들이랑 사진 찍었다 하더라고. 야, 너 짱이다 이랬지. 가끔 인스타 마팔이니까 가끔 봐요. 그냥 옆집 옆집 오빠 같아요. 남의 인스타에서 그렇게 뜨니까 연예인. 오야 멋있다 이랬지. 유명했어요 그 친구는. Well, I think like 10%. Also, people sometimes don't like to review. Yeah, there is a lot of short K-pop idols too, but that's been like trending backwards, where they're wanting to find people taller now because of An Yujin and Chang Won-young. They set the standards. They set the standard bar really high. I think that's those two. Any other misconceptions? Other things that I got was 이거 해줄까? 이거 너무 웃긴 것 같아. Korean men are sweeter and kinder than men in other countries. 근데 이거는 I don't know if it's I'm like Korean, but 이거는 where I met really sweet guy. 근데 at least on dates, not marriage or long term or relationship. Yes. 근데 like if they are trying to look nice for a girl that they like, then they give 200%. But don't expect that expect that he will be like that after being in a relationship or even further marriage. 절대. This is reality. I mean, yeah, so I think they are sweeter and kinder, more well-mannered too. 근데 뭐 모르겠어. But I think all guys are like that too, right? 모든 남자들이 다 이러지 않나? Isn't all guys like this? When you meet for the first time? But I think it really depends on what type of guy you meet. So I don't know if I should add that one. 아, 그치? 뭐 This one is the most popular one. 이거는 뭐 이거는 still exists. Where Koreans really want to go to sky. 아, conservative? 그러니까 they can be sweet and kind, but also they can be conservative, I think. 이제 as in like 뭐 근데 뭐 I think this is because of like old generation mindset. Yeah. Like guys will not touch you in public. Or make out with you in public if that's what you want. Unless you guys are both drunk in front of a club. Yeah. So maybe that's where they got the sweeter and kinder vibe, but yeah. And usually when girls are walking down the street during the day, you won't get catcalled. So I guess that in that sense, yeah, no catcalling though. You might actually get them asking for your number. Or they might just like look at you, being like, oh shit. And then like, 야, 쟤 졸라 이쁘다. Oh shit, that girl's really pretty. That's the only thing you'll get, but you won't be like, hey girl, something. 뭐 이런 건 없지. 미국에서 유럽 한번 갔는데 제가 고등학교 때 유럽 갔었어요. 근데 제일 쇼킹이었던 게 아저씨들이 모르겠어. 한국에서는 그런 적이 없는데 몰라. 또 아저씨니까 모르겠어. 한 30대? 40대 사람들이 막 저 걸어가고 있었는데 저보고 막 벨라 막 이러면서 막 그러는 거예요. 씨 아저씨 너 왜 이래? 이런 생각이 들었는데 그런 거는 한국에서 안 하는 것 같긴 해. A white day is when guys give chocolate to girls. Candy to girls. And then Valentine's is when girls give chocolate to... 이탈리아는 아니었어. 저 거기 프라하였어요. 그때는. 프라하 때도 그랬는데 유럽은 좀 그게 심해. 유럽은 관심 있으면 막 돌진 스타일이야. 와가지고 말 걸어. 불편해 죽겠어. 뭐 말 거는 건 괜찮은데 그러니까 방송했을 때도 되게 많이 불편했었어. 막 저를 찍어요. 제가 이렇게 야외 방송하고 있으면 저를 와서 대놓고 이렇게 찍더라고. 근데 이제 한국 같은 경우는 제가 방송하고 있으면 그냥 뭐 한번 딱 쳐다보고 그냥 가는 그런 느낌이면 그런 게 좀 있더라고. 그래서 if you go to top universities, you will succeed. I think this still exists. Sky or at least college in Seoul. Also university matters a lot in Korea because it shows like how you grew up, as in your family really cares about education and shows the class, like societal class. So I think in that sense it's a bit different from US. So I also don't understand this type of mindset in Korea, but I've definitely heard a lot of people say with this one, like, oh, I never heard of this college. I think this guy is dumb. Cause it's kind of like comparing, you know, not like if I had to compare with something in the US, it's like saying, you know how community colleges are a little more easier to get into because they're also cheaper. So like a lot of Koreans or some Koreans definitely don't look positive on a couple of the classes that they come from. So farmer, thank you for the 10,000 bits. Thank you. 감사합니다. Was very informative. Thank you. Doing a lot.
Today's content very informative.
So and I've definitely heard people who wants to meet someone who went to at least a college in like the top 5 because it says that you are smart and you are try hard person versus other colleges, because other colleges are much easier to get into it in Korea. So in a sense it does make sense, especially because like these days. So what's hard about Korean colleges is that not only can they go into that college, you have to get into the major to be in that college. So like they really value what major you are in and what college you are going to. Because even if it's Seoul National University, there are easier colleges than there are easier majors to get into than other majors. So like I heard at least for Ewha University, the girls' university, for example, there's this like really interesting major that everyone got into. And you know, like that is a little bit different from like getting into Ewha University for majoring in medical field, right? So I think the pressure of getting into good college in Korea is high in that sense. And so a lot of people will actually choose to not go to a college if they didn't get into the college that they want. And that's probably why they work so hard to get into the college that they want in Korea. Or at least the college in Korea. 나 이대 나온 여자? 맞아. 이화여대나 뭔가 이게 저도 되게 한국에서 신기하게 봤던 게 저희 미국은 그 대학교를 입학하는 거에만 집중적으로 봤으면 한국은 보니까 그 대학교 입학뿐만 아니라 그 전공으로까지 이렇게 들어가야 되더라고요. 그러니까 그게 좀 어려운 것 같더라고. 그러니까 제 사촌 동생도 어디 들어갔는데 원래 중앙대로 됐는데 전공은 본인이 하고 싶지 않은 거여가지고 1년을 재수한 거죠. 그래서 이번에 올해 약대 됐거든요. 그러니까 약대를 가고 싶었는데 약대 중앙대를 가고 싶었는데 거기가 안 됐는데 이제 약대 다른 대학교로 됐거든요. 서울에 있는 거. 근데 이제 그런 거 보면은 너무 놀라워요. 와 진짜 이렇게까지 해야 되는구나 싶으면서도 안쓰러우면서도 내가 만약에 한국에서 자라왔다라면 나도 그렇게까지 했었을 것 같다 싶은 생각이 들어. 하고 나도 개고생했겠다. 개고생했겠다. 나도 이제 뭐 서울대나 그쪽까지는 아니더라도 저는 만약에 한국에 다녔었으면 경희대 이쁘더라고. 성균관대도 이쁘고 저는 이쁜 대학교가 좋아요. 맞아. 그러니까 그게 맞아. 그러니까 네임밸류만큼 그 전공도 중요한 거를 처음 알았어요. 저는 학교 들어가면 당연히 전공은 쉽게 바꿀 수 있을 줄 알았거든요. 미국은 그렇게 돼 있어요. 미국은 쉽게 바꿀 수 있는데 한국은 그게 아니어가지고 안쓰럽더라고요. 그러니까 수능을 아무리 잘 봐도 그게 안 될 수 있으니까. What about 재벌s and how do people think they basically run the country? How people think they basically... What about 재벌s? What do you want to know about 재벌? How many years would people be willing to delay take 수능 to get into top 3? 3년? Some people took 5 years. Maximum. 5년 재수한 사람들 많지. There is a famous YouTuber in Korea named Mimiminu. His content is related to like taking 수능, the entrance exam, and giving, doing a lot of like students related content. And he is known to retake 수능 5 times. So he got into Korea University. Yeah, that's how like crazy, or that's how important major and colleges are. So if you kind of see it that way, then you know that you can see why people value the major and colleges very important when they're meeting someone for a serious relationship. 막상 보면 시울대가 뭐야? 농대는 뭐예요? 교수진이 얼마나 좋냐, 설비 얼마나 잘 되어 있냐, 학교에서 그 전공에 얼마나 비중 있게 투자하고 있냐, 이렇게 되다 보니. 그치. 근데 그건 미국도 똑같은데 좀 더 심한 것 같아, 한국은. 서울대 농업과. 그치. 그러니까 서울대 also it also depends on like the campus. So Korea University has campus other places, but so if you don't get into the one in Seoul, the students going to the Seoul campus one will not treat the other ones, the other campuses like, oh, you're from Korea University, because the difficulty level of getting into the Seoul campus versus the other campuses is different. So 그치, 막 그런 거, 그러니까 그런 거 보면은 너무 안타깝긴 해요. 이게 웃긴 게 제 대학교도, 그러니까 막 서울 캠퍼스가 있고 다른 캠퍼스들도 있잖아요. 근데 그런 거 보면은 좀 안타깝긴 해. 근데 나도 그럴 것 같아. 나도 만약에 한국에서 자랐었으면 좋은 대학교 들어가려고 진짜 노력했을 것 같아. 근데 수능 한번 봤는데 수능 자신 없어. 학교 이름 듣고 갸우뚱 하다가도 전공이나 교수 연구실이라고 하면 맞아. 그러니까 네임 밸류가 중요하다라는 걸 한국에서는 이제 대학교로 하니까. How important is it for two families to get along if a Korean couple wishes to get married? Can parents prevent the marriage? Wow. Prevent marriage? So this comes from a lot of K-dramas, right? 이거는 이제 K-drama scene. You know, like the kimchi slap, right? 물 뿌리는 거나, like. 근데 right? 근데 I think this also depends. So in Korea we have a saying of like meeting someone in the same class. Yeah. But extended it somewhat to me makes sense because the difficulty level. That's the difficulty level. 어쩔 수 없어. The other division difficulty level, it's like comparing getting into Harvard versus getting into like Wisconsin University. Not dissing, UW-Madison. I love my thing, but you know the difficulty level of those two. people, it's like their pride. Go Badgers, thanks. But if people got into Harvard and they have that pride, it's okay. It makes sense. But anyways, let's move on. So if they want to wish, can parents prevent marriage? Let me just ask. Oh, okay. So this one, I think most important thing is trying to meet. As long as you meet someone in the same class, then it's okay. But families really value other families' like wealth and schools and etc. Yeah. 그래서 so you have to find someone in the similar class, or else your future marriage relationship might be a little bit difficult, I think. 어쩌겠어. Well, life is like that. Marriage is like that. It's very hard. Yeah. So the K-drama scene. So like hot 재벌 isn't going to fall in love with a convenience store cashier. Actually, 재벌 is more pickier than normie. 자, 재벌이 더 깐깐해. 그치. 그런 K-드라마는 이제 없는 일이다. I mean, might happen, but it's low. So actually, there is in terms of marriage, there is a 상향혼이라는 단어가 있어. There is a word called 상향혼. It means upgraded marriage. 아, 그치. 아, 죄송해요. 나 침 튀겼어. 나 너무 웃겨가지고. 아, 취집이라 하구나. 죄송해요. Okay, never mind. 취집. There's a word called 취집. Sorry, not upgraded. But 취집 means do you guys know what 취업 or 취집 is 어떻게 설 what is it in English? 취집이 상향혼도 쓰지 or 상향혼. Okay, so 상향혼 취집은 like marriage as job, and then 상향혼 is upgraded marriage. So basically what it means is meeting a guy instead so 취집 kind of is like instead of meeting a guy who instead of getting hired in a good company, you are hired, I'm putting it in quotation marks, as a housewife to a wealthy family. So you can kind of guess what 상향혼 means. So 상향혼 means your marriage has upgraded your status. So these two are commonly noticeable in females, where they want to find a richer guy than them so that they can live in a wealthy setting. 이런 것도 있지 뭐. So I have a couple of friends who are wanting to do this. 뭐 그러려니 하고 그럴 수 있지. 그다음에 last, can parents preventing can happen, is but only when the other partner is rude or like not well mannered. Usually it won't be like kimchi slapping, but more like I will not support you in your future marriage. I will not support you. Well, you get married, have wedding, but none of my money is being being there. So and chaebors obviously will marry other chaebors, right? Do those rich Korean families even arrange their kids' marriage? I mean, sometimes it could happen. So I think this is all we'll do for the misconception. Wow, 이거 진짜 많다. I will create it into a mini podcast like how we did today, and then come make it into a thing. 아, 그치. 그러면 이제 hypergamy가 나오네. 맞아. So this is hypergamy. 맞아. So 재벌 marriage as business related could happen. 그거는 근데 I'm not a 재벌, so I don't know. Can we talk about other things than 재벌? Can we do something that I can relate to? 야, 내가 재벌이 아닌데 어떻게 알아? 아니 근데 not 100% business, but if they want like a steady like a steady relationship, future relationship, then it could happen. Yeah. To make business better. So that's something that could happen. Okay. 오늘 여기까지 할까요? 그치? 맞아. There's also political reasons of kids getting married. Ah, they want to be white skin? That's still there. Yeah, we'll do part 2 later. We'll start with this. 오늘 여기까지 합시다. This is long enough, guys. 아, 재밌네. This is fun, guys. I had fun talking to you guys about this. I was gonna do some programming thing, but I don't think I will. Should I download DeepSeek locally? I'm scared. 나 딥시크 다운받을까 했는데 제 거에 살짝 불안하긴 한데 하여튼 일단 상황을 보겠습니다. But I will end today because it's almost 4 hours and I'm trying to keep short stream. But I hope you guys got to learn something about Korea. How much RAM? I need a powerful PC. Then I don't think I can do it. 어떻게 찾아? How do you RAM? What's my RAM? 16 gigabyte. Does that work? 안 되겠지? Then maybe we shouldn't run it. Then I will do a different programming. I was supposed to do that today. Today's content was supposed to be yesterday. A smaller model? 그러면 하지 말까? Let's not maybe do that on locally. 그치? 안 될 것 같아. I don't want to break my computer. 그러면 then I have a different program that I wanted to go over tomorrow. I'll do that, and then I'll make up for the Friday stream on Saturday, because I was planning to go to my grandma's, but I think I'll skip it. And then do that, because I have lots of YouTube videos to film. 아, 좋은 컴퓨터 있었으면 좋겠다. I wish I had a really good computer that I can do. But yeah. Then tomorrow I will do that. I will look into Ad Creative or Jog, one of those two. And then I have a K-pop podcast coming up. Maybe I'll do that again tomorrow too and do AI review. And then this weekend I have to wrap up PoE so we can move on to a different game. Cause I cheated. don't skip.
Hey, don't skip, go see Grandma.
But it's snowing. Thank you, Power, for the 100 bits. But it's snowing. I don't want to go outside. It's snowing. So I'll let you guys know the weekend plans. But I still have to wrap up PoE, guys, because I think we are at a good place to wrap up PoE, and then start a new game because I already have a lot of games to do. 맞아요. 저 지금 산모라 뭐 할 수 있는 게임도 많이 없어요. Yeah, I'm not leaving my house. So, anyways, thank you guys for watching today. I hope you guys enjoyed today's content, and then tomorrow we'll do more fun, exciting content for you guys. So, yeah, that's all. I'll see you guys tomorrow. 그러니까 데이브 더 다이버 이번에 패치했던데? 이거 패치한 것 좀 할까? 걔도 재밌었는데. 근데 지금 제가 선물 받은 게임들이 너무 많아가지고 그거 빨리 다 해야 돼요. 할 게 많아. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys tomorrow. I have to go eat lunch now. So thank you. 여러분 수고했어요. 안녕.